Price.
On the sideline where heroes stay. Fyffe Red Devil football, a force to be reckoned in our hearts and souls. Forever beckoned with Fun 92 stepping. Our story's been told, 15 years strong. As champions unfold.
The following is a copyrighted feature of the Fun Media Group in conjunction with the Alabama High School Athletic Association.
We are the radio home of the 7-time state champion Fyffe Red Devils. Fun 92.7 HD2. Now from the FTC Farmers Telecommunication Cooperative Broadcast Booth. It's the Red Devil Preview on Fun 92.7. Brought to you by the town of Fyffe and Mayor Paul Cagle.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Paul Benefield Stadium for the first round of the AHSAA High School Football Playoffs between the Lauderdale County Tigers and your homestanding Fyffe Red Devils. This is the Red Devil Radio Preview Show brought to you by the town of Fyffe and Mayor Paul Cagle, and we are nursemaiding through a little difficult. I've got some popping in my ear. Do you guys have
Yes,
that too?
sir, I sure do.
I can't hear it.
Yeah, that's what I was motioning
Yeah, I
you.
don't-
It's like,
I don't hear
I
it.
definitely hear the popping.
Yeah.
Well, we're going to figure that out as we go along, and a few new additions around here, if you will, as far as just pieces of equipment. Always a good time when you get into the playoffs to start changing things up, right?
Yeah.
You won't see that a lot tonight. You're going to find two teams on the football field who are who they are at this point in the season, and the 7-3 Lauderdale County Tigers and the 7-2 Fyffe Red Devils. First ever meeting between these two programs. I'm Adam Ward alongside Greg Mears, Jeremy Johnson, and our Ace Auto Sales sideline reporter, Mr. Bryce Tutherow. And guys, let's kind of neatly pick our way through this one off the jump. Bryce, I'll start with you in this particular case because it is a unique matchup. First ever time these two teams have ever met. You went through that just a handful of times throughout your career. Was it any different? I know you guys don't necessarily approach it different from yourselves, your standpoint, but when there is unfamiliarity on the other side, how much more difficult does that make it in your eyes?
It's more difficult, especially on the film part. You ain't got much film on them because you never played them before, so you ain't got the past years to look back and see what they done to your offense or defense. And I don't think it's much different on Friday nights, especially for Fyffe. It's just another Friday and another team to go out there and just do your job.
Greg, when you take a look at this Lauderdale County football team, we'll get into a lot deeper of what we mean when I say this. This is not a typical third seed team.
Oh, no, sir, not at all. They're 7-3. They've lost to Mars Hill, which is, could be the best team in the North by far. And, they've played some great games, and they've got a great offense. And, it's definitely not your typical 2-3 matchup.
JJ, on the other side of the coin, I know you weren't there for it 2 weeks ago now, but the Fyffe Red Devils lost, as we know, to the Geraldine Bulldogs 2 weeks ago. It lost that region championship on top of it. They could have easily been hosting another 4-seed tonight, but instead Fyffe had to wait 2 weeks for an opportunity to try to wash that taste out of their mouth.
Yeah, and the playoffs is the time to do it, absolutely. I dare say that the thought of 2 weeks ago has not entered the mind of these boys tonight, and they're only focused on Lauderdale County here at Fyffe and on this field.
Greg, you were there. I got to ask you, what has to be the difference tonight for the Fyffe Red Devils versus what we saw almost 2 weeks ago to the day?
Well, they've got to get that line of scrimmage and control it, and do some Fyffe drives. Fyffe only had the ball 2 times in the first half, and that's just, you're used to seeing Fyffe do that to other teams. So I think controlling that line of scrimmage and firing off that ball on the offensive line has got to be something they do.
All right, we are going to take a break. When we come back, we will check our Rainsville Glass LLC in-game scoreboard, give you the full rundown of games that are happening tonight. There are several North Alabama teams and schools. Matchups chose to move the game to Thursday night due to the threat of inclement weather tomorrow evening. We will check that scoreboard when you return to the Red Devil Radio Preview Show, brought to you by the Town of Fyffe and Mayor Paul Cagle, right here on Fun Radio and the Red Devil Radio Show Facebook page.
The Town of Fyffe and Mayor Paul Cagle are proud supporters of the Fyffe Red Devils. The mayor and town council would like to remind fans that we all play a role in the education of our students. As parents, fans, and members of this community, we set the example whether you're aware of it or not. Real Red Devil fans practice good sportsmanship. This message is brought to you by the Town of Fyffe and Mayor Paul Cagle. Go Big Red.
It takes personal commitment to build a winning football team like the Fyffe Red Devils. The same personal commitment you'll experience with W.T. Wilson Funeral Chapel in Rainsville. A personal commitment to provide you with the care you expect and deserve. A personal commitment to provide affordable funeral services. More than just words, it's a personal commitment from W.T. Wilson Funeral Chapel, Highway 75, Rainsville. Congratulations, Red Devils. Your personal commitment has made us proud.
For 3 generations, Watkins Heating and Cooling has been your trusted name in HVAC service. Proudly serving Jackson and DeKalb counties since 1987, we offer extensive residential and commercial heating and cooling solutions. Our team at Watkins Heating and Cooling is dedicated to your comfort and satisfaction. We're open Monday through Friday from 7:30 a.m. to 4 p.m. Call us today at 256-657-2371 or visit WatkinsHeatingandCoolingLLC.com. Watkins Heating and Cooling LLC, where quality service runs in the family. Alabama license number 21097.
In DeKalb County, your voice matters. Stay connected with Voice of DeKalb, where we celebrate your stories and keep you connected to the community. From local news to high school sports and events, Voice of DeKalb reports only the good news because that's what we need in today's time. Have breaking or exciting news or maybe a feel-good story to share with your hometown? Tell us about it at voiceofdecab.com or email Marla at voiceofdecab.com. Call us at 256-605-4427. Your voice, your stories, your DeKalb.
When you're ready to protect and elevate your vehicle's appearance, look no further than Southern Ceramic Solutions. As the only certified System X ceramic installer in Northeast Alabama, we offer industry-leading ceramic coatings for unbeatable protection and a stunning finish. Our services include complete interior and exterior detailing, paint enhancement and correction, headlight restorations, and more. Whether you need a one-time service or our monthly maintenance program, our licensed and insured family-owned business is here for you at 1595 Main Street in Fyffe. Call 256-440-1520 for a quote today or visit SouthernCeramicSolutions.com.
Where some saw a pickle, we saw a masterpiece. A Sonic Smasher with Grillo's Pickles and Dilly Ranch, tangy pickle tots, and a Pickle Rita slush with pickle-flavored bubbles. It's called the Big Dill Meal, and it's a work of art.
Visit Sonic Drive-In in Rainsville at 208 Main Street East.
This is the new home of the Fyffe Red Devils in North Alabama. Fun 92.7 HD2. Now back to the Red Devil Preview, brought to you by the Town of Fyffe and Mayor Paul Cagle.
Welcome back to Paul Benefield Stadium for the first round of the HSAA High School Football Playoffs. Lauderdale County on the road tonight to battle the Red Devils here in our little neck of the woods, nestled up in the northeastern corner of Alabama. I'm Adam Ward alongside Greg Mears, Jeremy Johnson, and Bryce Tuthrow, our sideline reporter for the evening. Let's give you the games that we've got tonight, first-round matchups that have moved to Thursday. This is a little different. We have about half our scoreboard moved. The other half did not. It's not a very long list. Of course, tonight on Fun 92.7 FM HD1, if you're listening on the radio side, and maybe you're picking up ARAB. If you are, either check and make sure you get an HD radio. If you notice you don't, you're going to get ARAB and not us on the HD frequency. However, ARAB at Fairview tonight. Brooks will be at Plainview, just up the road. Mae Jemison will be at Muscle Shoals. Mae Jemison was actually one of the very first in the entire state to make the decision. They chose Saturday to move their game to Thursday night. They knew already. North Sand Mountain tonight on the road to battle Lexington. Piedmont will host Phil Campbell. Priceville will be at Gunnersville tonight. Randolph, they head to West Morgan. It'll be Rogers down the road at Geraldine. West Point will be at Scottsboro tonight. Whitesburg Christian at Mars Hill for their very first ever playoff berth. Congratulations, Whitesburg. You make the playoffs, and JJ, you get a juggernaut.
Yeah, welcome.
We've been pulling for Whitesburg for the last few years. They've only been in existence 6 years with a football program, and here they are already.
Well, yeah, and that's what I was about to say. Hey, look, credit to the Whitesburg program and stuff and building that. We play teams every year that have programs in place for 15, 20 years and
or more.
Haven't been able to reach that.
Yeah. And finally, the other game tonight on our scoreboard will follow. Athens will be at Fort Payne. Now, for those who need to know We are following the game that matters to this one, to the winner specifically of this one. I'll give you that scenario in a minute, but that game is the Phil Campbell at Piedmont game. I'll give you the scenario of how all that works coming up in just a moment. Tomorrow, games that have decided to just stick with it. They think they can play through whatever weather may come or may try to get it in before. Austin, this is one of those I'm almost wanting to throw up with the way they've done 7A. Austin travels to Mary Montgomery. It's over a 3-hour drive. Boys, there's another one at the very bottom of this list that I'll give you in a moment here. And I think we've got one of them wrong, actually, on our look up that Tanner game for me. I think we've got it wrong here. But Boaz is at Russellville. Buckhorn will be at Hartselle. Collinsville at Colbert County. Corner at Moody. Daphne is at Sparkman. It'll be Fairhope at James Clemens. Hatton will be at Madison Academy. Jacksonville will be at Ramsey. North Jackson heads to Deschler, and Susan Moore will be at Tuscaloosa Academy.
I think that's Tanner at Pisgah, if I saw that 2A bracket correctly.
Believe that to be right?
I think so. We'll find out for sure.
That's what we have. I wanted to be sure.
I
know there was an opportunity for them to head down to Sweetwater.
Yeah.
Which is very lower Alabama.
Yeah.
That's
crazy.
and yet, hey, somehow Fyffe and 2A several years ago made a trip all the way down to Sulligent.
Yeah.
And we're going, wait a minute, we're just this close to Auburn, and yet where this is a northern matchup. How does that work? I don't know. But
it is Tanner.
It is Pisgah. Tanner at Pisgah. All right. Well, that will wrap up the Rainsville Glass LLC in-game scoreboard. Now, I'm going to give you guys how this will work for the winner of the game here tonight between Fyffe and Lauderdale County. If Fyffe is the winner, essentially this works both ways, by the way. If Fyffe or Lauderdale County wins this game, it will be a road trip next week, no matter the outcome of Phil Campbell at Piedmont. Piedmont is hosting tonight, and should they win, note what I said there, should they win, they will host next week, as both Fyffe and Piedmont are hosting tonight, Piedmont being on top of the bracket, and by the rules, the top of the bracket team gets to host in that scenario. However, if Phil Campbell wins, they are the lower seed and are on the road tonight, but remember what I said about being on top of the bracket. They're on top of the bracket. So they will be hosting if Fyffe wins. So they get their shot because Fyffe is hosting this week. If Fyffe were the road team this week, it could be different. But they're on top of the bracket. Fyffe is hosting tonight. So no matter what, if Fyffe wins this game tonight, it will be a road trip for the Red Devils or the Tigers next week, depending on the victor in this matchup. When we come back, we're going to get into the Lauderdale County Tigers. It's a first-ever matchup. Want to give you all that you need to know about the Tigers and what you can expect here tonight. It comes your way as the Red Devil Radio preview show continues right after this on the Fun Radio Sports Network.
The town of Fyffe and Mayor Paul Cagle are proud supporters of the Fyffe Red Devils. The mayor and town council would like to remind fans that we all play a role in the education of our students. As parents, fans, and members of this community, we set the example whether you're aware of it or not. Real Red Devil fans practice good sportsmanship. This message is brought to you by the town of Fyffe and Mayor Paul Cagle. Go Big Red.
It's football time in Alabama. The players are hitting the field, the cheerleaders are firing up the crowd, the drum major is striking up the band, and we all stand for the national anthem. This is Congressman Robert Adderholt. While you cheer your favorite team this season, I'll be on President Trump's team shaking things up in Washington. When we stand on conservative principles, it's a win for everyone. I'm Robert Adderholt, and I approve this message.
Paid for by Adderholt for Congress.
A cracked windshield isn't just a distraction, it's a hazard. That's why Rainsville Glass LLC, owned by Josh and Randa Brandon, is here to give you peace of mind. Rainsville Glass handles more than just auto glass. They also offer residential, business, and commercial glass services. From repairing power windows to replacing a cracked window at home to upgrading storefront glass, they do it all with quality you can trust. Call today for a quote at 256-638-7888 or stop by 3204 Main Street East. Rainsville Glass LLC. Clear solutions for your car, home, or business.
Petals Flower Shop is proud to support Big Red and is owned and operated by Jennifer Ashley. Jennifer takes the time to understand her clients' needs, making every interaction personal and thoughtful. Petals Flower Shop offers a wide selection of beautiful, fresh, and soaked flowers. Daily deliveries available for funerals, weddings, or any special occasion. Call 256-623-2763. Like Petals Flower Shop on Facebook or stop by their new location at 2236 Main Street, Shiloh in Rainsville, right beside W.T. Wilson Funeral Home. Petals Flower Shop, thoughtfully arranged, beautifully delivered.
You'll like banking at People's Independent Bank and PIB Mortgage. Here, you'll receive a high level of personal service, a full array of accounts and services, a variety of mortgage loans, local loan decisions, and you will see active corporate citizenship throughout our footprint. Step up to true community banking at People's Independent Bank. PIBonline.com. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender. NMLS number 466340. Go Red Devils!
Feel better with just one visit to Pennies from Heaven Spa and get started today on your wellness journey with us. We offer cool sculpting, body scrubs, a salon studio with scalp treatments, a customized nutrition program, and weight loss. We customize and personalize your wellness journey. Call us today at Pennies from Heaven Spa, where you come to get away at 256-638-9772 or 256-638-9SPA. The staff at Pennies from Heaven Spa wants to wish everyone a great season and go Big Red.
This is the new home of the Fyffe Red Devils in North Alabama. Fun 92.7 HD2. Now back to the Red Devil preview, brought to you by the town of Fyffe and Mayor Paul Cagle.
We welcome you back to Fyffe, Alabama for the first round matchup between Lauderdale County and the Fyffe Red Devils in the 3A Alabama High School Athletic Association football playoffs. I'm Adam Ward alongside Greg Mears, Jeremy Johnson, and Bryce Tutherow, our Ace Auto Sales sideline reporter. First ever meeting between these two programs, between Fyffe and Lauderdale County. I remind you, Fyffe 7-2 with a 6-1 region record. Lauderdale County is a 7-3 with a 5-2 region record. Fyffe being the 2 seed, Class 3A Region 8. Lauderdale County, the 3 seed, Class 3A Region 7. Let's get into what Lauderdale County brings to the table here, Greg. This is not a program that has just kind of trounced their way through before and just every now and then, oh, look, we've had success. No, this is a program that knows what it means to be successful. They have several region championships under their belt. They've also made several deep runs throughout the playoffs. This isn't a typical, I think we've kind of said this once, this isn't a very typical 3 seed.
No, not at all. Coach Mason's been there for 10 seasons now as the head coach. He's got a really good 78-38 record. And when you watch them on film, they're really buttoned up. They like to run the ball more than pass, but they can throw the ball when they have to. I think that if we're not mistaken, they've switched quarterbacks in the middle of the year and got a little bit more productive out of that gentleman too. So, I mean, this is a very, difference between a 2 seed and a 3 seed is not that much sometimes.
JJ, this Tigers team went on a 3-game skid right in the middle of the season after opening the season on a 3-0 win streak. They are 3-3 through 6 games. They do make that change, as Greg mentioned. However, in that 3-game losing streak, 2 of those games were to the 2 teams that ended up being 1-2 in this region, Mars Hill and Colbert County.
Yeah, and you said earlier about Mars Hill being maybe the best team in the north, but they may very well be the best team in the whole state of Alabama at this point. So tough schedule, tough region schedule, quality teams in that region. That says a lot. That makes a difference no matter what that record says.
Yeah.
Playing good competition always comes in handy when you get in the playoffs.
Bryce, I asked you the question earlier about the unfamiliarity side of it and how difficult is it or lack thereof for you as the player when you're not totally familiar with the guys you're playing against. I want to go kind of the opposite of that, in that while that may still be the case, you don't know these guys, you've never seen them before, you don't really know. I know players don't pay a lot of attention to the history of a team and the championship caliber that they've had in years past. But when you turn on the film and you see that they're running a wing T offense just from under center, does that give you a little bit of, okay, maybe a fresh feel a little bit, okay, we've seen this before, we know how to defend this?
Oh, yeah, it especially helps out, especially with a team like Fyffe, because we run the ball. So, I mean, if they run the ball, then there's some familiarity out there, especially a wing T. That's a offense everybody uses basically nowadays, mostly instead of spread. So it's definitely familiarity, if I can say that word correctly. And I think Fyffe, watch a few bit of film, and they got it.
Greg, let me give you the numbers here. Offensively, the Tigers have averaged 32.1 points per game, while defensively they've given up 20.6. This is going to sound a little familiar because on the other side of this equation, the Fyffe Red Devils just a hair bit better on the offense, as Fyffe has averaged 43.9 points per game on the offensive side of the football while giving up 18.1 defensively per game. As far as those numbers are concerned, it seems to be a pretty fair and balanced matchup.
Yeah, it does. And, again, those things are so hard to tell because, not watching who everybody's got in the region, some of those games can be really skewed Coach Benfield's always really good about playing the younger kids, so the scores aren't nearly as bad as they could be. So, but again, they looked well balanced on film, and looked like this is going to be a Donnybrook of a game.
JJ, tell me about this young man, Calvin Watkins. This was a guy that, as I understand it, nobody knew anything about before the start of the season. All of a sudden, about midway point or so, he starts getting his name in the paper.
Yeah, and absolutely, and he's not on our roster tonight, though, either. But Calvin Watkins, I think, 6 games in, something like that, or he's played 6 games so far this year. He's not going to throw the ball a lot. Sounds familiar. 3 of 7 for 144 yards. So that tells you a lot right there. 3 completions for 144 yards.
Yeah,
those are big completions. 2 touchdowns, no interceptions. And he's a running quarterback, though, so he's a threat on the ground. In 6 games, he has 623 yards on 87 carries. So they're going to use him for sure, and 11 touchdowns. So that's a lot of offensive production to add midway through the season for sure.
Lauderdale County brings their firepower to Paul Benefield Stadium tonight. Michael St. John, however, just made the easy way to do things and got on a phone call with the head football coach of the Lauderdale County Tigers, and Coach Jeff Mason, as Greg said, his 10th season at the helm of Lauderdale County, where he has a record of 78-38. That's pretty darn good. Let's check in with that conversation between Michael and Coach Mason. It's all brought to you as a part of our Coaches Chat, presented by Southern Ceramic Solutions. Protect and elevate your vehicle with Southern Ceramic Solutions. Here's that conversation with Coach Mason.
Let's talk about your Tigers and what it took to get you where you are today and to get this matchup with the Fyffe Red Devils. Talk about your season and about your fine football team a little bit.
Well, it's been one of those years. We've had a lot of injuries, and I think we will start 4 offensive linemen that we did not start at first of the season. Our quarterback broke his hand the first quarter of the first game, and we lost our center the first quarter of the first game. But these guys have just, the young guys have just kept battling. We went through a really tough time, as you said, a gauntlet kind of when we were trying to figure things out and get people in place. We had Copper County, Mooresville, and Brooks 3 weeks in a row, and our guys battled through that and kind of came back together. We get Curtis Ritter, quarterback, back and about 3 weeks ago, and that's Jordan Green did a great job for us filling in, but he's a wing back. He's not, that's his position. He's very good at that, and an outside linebacker, but he had to come in and step in and play quarterback, and he did a good job. The guys just kind of held it together and fought through that and just sort of willed their way into the playoffs, and I'm very proud of them for that.
Coach, I know one thing that you're very proud of is your defense, and your defense has seemed to have improved as the year went on.
It did. We started a lot of new guys early, and they come around, and we've got some great sophomores who are doing big things for us. Chance Campbell, Keyshawn Bolin. I mean, it's just Kane, Derek Hott, different guys. We play 3-5, a 3-3 stack, whatever you want to call it. But 3 of those 5 linebackers are 15 years old, and they've just come so far so fast, and I'm very proud of them. Got Caden Nagler as senior. They're the only senior on that linebacking core, and he's doing a great job for us and kind of leading them. So in the defensive front, we just had to shuffle a lot of different guys in and out. Done a good job. The secondary is improving. They're doing what we ask them to, is just get better every week, and they seem to be doing that. And again, that's all you can ask for.
You go into hostile territory, and playing at Paul Benefield Stadium anymore is everybody just sort of, oh my gosh, we're here. But been there before, done this before. Tell us what you see with this Fyffe Red Devil team this year.
Oh, well, any team you ever run film on with Coach Benefield's team. They're going to do their stuff so well. Their pad level is amazing offensively and defensively. Very well disciplined and just, just a great, solid football team. I mean, like I told you earlier in the interview, I said I love the way they play football over there, and that's kind of what we try to do. And neither one of us throw it around them a whole lot. We just line up and try to execute and do the things we do, and shoot this game maybe over by 8:30.
Oh my, yeah, I'll tell you, it's the ground attack, and the old adage is if you can't run the ball, you can't win the game, and I totally agree with that. Coach, what are your keys then tonight to winning this football game?
Oh, we can't turn it over. We got to limit big plays. We got to not make dumb penalties, offensively and defensively. We can't get behind the chains at all against this defense that we're playing. We're preaching everything's got to be plus yardage, everything's got to be downhill. Even if it's 2 yards, it's got to be, it can't be for nothing. We've got to get 2 yards. We've got to fight. I told them, I said, we're going to go in here tonight and let young guys or Friday night, never understood, been in this situation, but look, this is what it's going to take, and it's going to take everything you got. And so just what does it mean to you? What we're preaching our guys is if we walk off that field Friday night, win or lose, if we played and done everything we could possibly do for each other, then we can live with it.
It's very well said, and I'm just going to add one little adage to you. A great football coach once said, adversity builds winners, and you certainly have built your share of winners there at Lauderdale County, a program that is continuing to succeed and do well. And not only do you coach young men playing football, you coach young men being men and becoming men, and I'm honored to talk to you, and I really appreciate what you do for these young men and their development, not only in the game of football, but in the game of life.
Well, I appreciate that very much. And then at the end of the day, that's what matters, what you learn from this that you can take with you down the road. And it's an honor talking to you tonight, and look forward to seeing you over there.
God bless you, Coach Jeff Mason of the Lauderdale County Tigers. Thank you so much for joining us. God bless, and best of luck tonight.
Thank you very much.
As Michael said there, Coach Mason of the Lauderdale County Tigers, we appreciate Coach Mason taking the opportunity to fill us in a little bit on his perspective of what his Tigers bring to the matchup here tonight for the first ever meeting between Fyffe and Lauderdale County. When we come back, we're going to get into the Fyffe Red Devils side of things and see if we can't help begin the early process of washing the bad taste out of the mouth by setting some of this up for you here in a positive direction. We'll be back as the Red Devil Radio preview show continues, brought to you by the town of Fyffe and Mayor Paul Cagle right after this.
The town of Fyffe and Mayor Paul Cagle are proud supporters of the Fyffe Red Devils. The mayor and town council would like to remind fans that we all play a role in the education of our students. As parents, fans, and members of this community, we set the example whether you're aware of it or not. Real Red Devil fans practice good sportsmanship. This message is brought to you by the town of Fyffe and Mayor Paul Cagle. Go Big Red.
When it's time to celebrate that special person or team, call the professionals at North Alabama Trophies. Deborah Crawford and her staff offer a wide variety of plaques and trophies in different sizes and designs. And don't forget, North Alabama Trophies is more than just plaques and trophies. Designing magnets, sports uniforms, t-shirts, custom sweatshirts, and children's clothing, and offers embroidery for hats, shirts, and more. 759 Main Street East in Rainsville. Call 256-638-8572. North Alabama Trophies.
The right logo makes you memorable, the right website makes you credible, and the right marketing makes you profitable. Let Navexa Marketing and Design help bring your vision to life. From stunning website design and eye-catching logos to powerful social media marketing and custom graphic design, we help your business stand out. Call us at 256-440-1145 or follow us on Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok. And visit us online at navexamarketing.com. Navexa Marketing and Design, driven by data, defined by design.
Looking for a career that pays? Northeast Alabama Community College has the training you need with their brand new Workforce Development Skills Training Center and 15 career tech programs, including welding, industrial electronics, and machine tool technology. You'll get the hands-on skills to land a great job fast. Day, night, and online classes fit your schedule, and certificate programs help you start earning sooner. Learn more and begin your future at nacc.edu.
Morning Glory is a locally owned and operated assisted living residence in Fyffe, providing exceptional care to those who can no longer live alone or prefer a safe and comfortable environment. We provide medication administration, bathing and dressing, all meals, housekeeping, and personal care assistance. Enjoy our family-style dining room, furnished porches, beauty salon, free cable TV, along with educational, devotional, and recreational activities. Our trained staff is available 24 hours a day. Call 256-623-2626 or visit morninggloryalf.net.
They work hard. They play hard. Liberty Bank is a proud supporter of our local student athletes. For 50 years, Liberty Bank has been your local bank with prompt local decision-making, individualized services, and a team of professionals that's committed to building relationships with every transaction. Whatever your financial needs, remember, Liberty Bank is always on your team. Liberty Bank supports and celebrates the student athletes for their hard work and commitment to teamwork. Let's hear it for all of our student athletes. Good luck on a winning season. Liberty Bank, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
This is the new home of the Fyffe Red Devils in North Alabama. Fun 92.7 HD2. Now back to the Red Devil preview, brought to you by the town of Fyffe and Mayor Paul Cagle.
We welcome you back to Paul Benefield Stadium for the 3A AHSAA High School Football Playoffs. First round action here on a Thursday night. We get started just a little bit early because of predicted storms getting ready to pass through sometime tomorrow afternoon, evening time. But hey, we're just excited to be here. To get it in a little bit earlier just means we didn't have to wait near as long. I'm Adam Ward alongside Greg Mears, Jeremy Johnson, Bryce Tuthrow. Gentlemen, let's jump to the Fyffe side of the equation here. As we said, the last outing, Bryce, I'll start with you. You were there for it. You were down on the sideline. That was not a typical Fyffe outing that we have come to expect from this team.
No, it definitely wasn't. I mean, Geraldine had the ball for basically the whole game. Fyffe didn't have it for much time, and that's just not Fyffe.
2 possessions in the first half.
Yeah, that's not Fyffe right there.
A 10.5-minute drive from Geraldine on top of that in that half.
Geraldine was playing Fyffe football last week, basically, and keeping the ball from us and not capitalizing on their mistakes, and it's just the way it went.
By the way, you say that in a bad way, because normally when we make teams play Fyffe football, it's because we're dictating terms to them. They decided to do what Fyffe tries to do to other teams and dictate terms to Fyffe, and things just kind of end up falling through. And I don't say that, Greg, to take away anything from Geraldine. They earned that one. However, you've got to kind of expect that in 2 weeks' time, this team, this coaching staff, has been able to sort of put that behind them and say, look, now is when it matters anyway. All the big goals are still available and very much in reach.
Yeah, I mean, and that's it. Everything, even after that first loss at Maplesville, now this last season loss at Geraldine, everything you need starts tonight. I mean, you got to get into playoffs. Yes, it would have been nice to be hosting next week too, and not hitting somebody like Piedmont or not hitting somebody like Lauderdale County in the first round.
Yeah.
But you know what? There's nothing you can do about it now.
JJ, I want to ask, how impressive is this when I give this to you right here? 45th playoff appearance overall for the Fyffe Red Devils, but buried in that 45 is the number 25. This is the 25th consecutive season that the Fyffe Red Devils have found themselves in the playoffs. It's just almost unimaginable. Other teams would dream of this.
Well, anytime you bring up stats regarding Fyffe and their history and Coach Benefield and everything, it's really mind-boggling, but it really speaks to consistency and discipline and steadiness, and that starts at the top with Coach Benefield being here. And that, you talked about Lauderdale County, Coach Mason being there 10 years. It's rare now that coaches stay and build something, and that's what he's done at Lauderdale. But the consistency from Fyffe, even before the first state championship trophy was brought home, you knew what you were going to get from Fyffe, and you're going to get a very disciplined team, a very sound team in every way, and they're going to be very tough and physical. So, and I still appreciate it to this day.
One thing, Greg, that we have noticed throughout the years of doing these playoff games here at Fyffe is some teams have really hurt themselves. Fyffe already hurting them, but then they end up hurting themselves even more JJ mentioned being disciplined versus undisciplined. When they start going undisciplined and Fyffe is able to take advantage of that, that sort of becomes the MO of games from here on out, depending on how far we can go, is finding some teams that end up ultimately being undisciplined, and Fyffe not necessarily being better talented or bigger physically or anything of that nature. They're just trying to be a little bit tougher than you and ultimately find any mistake that you can make, even in the undisciplined errors, and take advantage of that.
I'm going to take it one step further for you, and I hate to say it this way, but it's true. You find the other teams, in my opinion, being softer than Fyffe is.
No, you're not wrong. You're not wrong.
I've seen this Fyffe team make guys that signed SEC scholarships quit. Yeah. And, I mean, you could tell when that happened, when the hit happened, when the head goes down. And, they're just such a physical team. They just beat on you the entire game. And by the third and fourth quarter, people are scrambling. And usually they're behind, too, so now they're pressing.
Yeah.
Now they got to think they got to do something quick, and that's when the mistakes really come.
Yeah. The bell cow tonight for the Fyffe Red Devils, as everybody knows, is Ryder Gibson. He comes into tonight's matchup, 114 carries on the season, 1,573 yards, 26 touchdowns. He's averaged 13.8 yards per carry on that note. Bryce, he was hemmed up in ways 2 weeks ago that we have not seen in 2 years. Held under 100 yards for the first time this season, where he didn't get pulled before he made it, shall we nicely say. Teams are going to start keying on Ryder Gibson, I think.
Oh, yeah, they 100% are. They're going to try to watch that film and just find out what made that happen, basically, probably, and just figure out how to do the same thing. And I'm sure Gibson's thinking that, and Coach is thinking that, and finding ways to, not let that happen again. I bet Gibson's pretty heated from last week or the 2 weeks ago.
Yeah, and we've seen this in years past, and we see it every year with a Fyffe back. That we ride that back. And they've always come through. But there's games in every playoff run where those teams do exactly what Bryce said. They know, hey, we got to stop 24 or we got to stop 22, and we can go all the way back. But there's always something that Coach pulls out of his hat. There's always somebody else that makes a play, whether that be a pass play in the passing game. There's always those things that happen along that championship run because teams know what Fyffe does. It's not a mystery.
Right.
It's just if they are physical, he goes, all right, I'll pull something else out, and somebody else is making plays.
Well, Greg, to JJ's point, though, it makes me wonder who's got to be the guy to step up now. When they focus on Ryder, that means somebody else has got to kind of fill in the gap to make them think about something else. Who's that got to be in your eyes?
Well, I still think it needs to be a running back. We can pass the ball some, but somebody like Ryder Smith or somebody's going to have to step up and be that other runner, or quarterback. We've got to have somebody else that can run the ball and take some of that. Use him as a decoy. Yeah. Use Ryder more as a decoy than anything else.
I think the person Coach probably put out is Hayden Parker. I mean, he's done some outstanding work this year. Every time he gets the ball, he lowers that head, and Brody Hicks it, basically. I mean, that's what he kind of reminds me of, Brody Hicks running the ball and puts the head down and gets 5 yards.
Maddox Doss is the second leading rusher on this team, 47 carries, 370 yards, 6 touchdowns, 7.9 yards per carry. Ryder Smith is third, not too far behind him, 29 carries, 343 yards, 7 touchdowns on the ground, averaging 11.8 yards a carry. And in fourth place, it's Hayden Parker with just 23 carries, 290 yards on the season, 2 touchdowns. But in those limited carries, he's averaging 12.6 yards a carry.
Yeah, and he played very well. But you got to have somebody to be able to hand the ball off to for a number of reasons. Number one, they're going to key on Ryder. The other thing is that Ryder is playing on the other side of the ball too, and as the competition level gets higher, you got to give him a break.
Yeah.
So somebody's got to be able to spell him to make plays, so that Ryder can can play on that other side of the ball.
Yeah. All right, let's throw it now to my conversation with the head football coach of the Fyffe Red Devils, Coach Paul Benefield. Once again, Coach's Chat presented by Southern Ceramic Solutions. Protect and elevate your vehicle with Southern Ceramic Solutions. Here's my conversation from earlier in the week with Fyffe head football coach Paul Benefield.
First of all, Coach, it's been a couple of weeks since we had the opportunity to do this, coming off of that loss over at Geraldine. Tell me the kids' mindsets and what that's been like the last couple of weeks, especially dealing with a week where you don't have a game.
I don't try to read my kids' mind. I'm not that smart. We practiced good. And the kids played hard at Geraldine and played physical. Just, they was a little bit better than us that night. So we just try to move on and got 3 days practice in, and so here we are. We'll see what if we got any better. Probably not going to get a lot better this time of year, or hopefully you don't get no worse unless you get people hurt. But our kids will play hard and they'll play physical, and that's all you can ask.
Of course, a couple of concerns late in the season for you injury-wise with Weston and Connor in that Holly Pond game, that week off there without having to hit anybody on Friday night. Opportunity to heal up a little bit. Where do you stand on that front on the health side?
Weston's injury will require surgery at the end of the year. He's not going to get any better with it. He'll have to wear that brace on his elbow and his knee. But other one was fine.
Coaches, we do turn the page. You get into now, I know some coaches like to break this down as sort of the third season, if you will, the third season within the season, the first round of the playoffs. You get Lauderdale County. This isn't a typical 3 seed, though, when you take a look at them. They're big across the front as well. Tell me about this Lauderdale County team and what you see from Coach Mason.
Oh, got a very good football team. Coach Mason is, he does a great job year in, year out. They play physical and they play fast, and got some skilled guys that can really play. And you're right, it's not a typical first round, but when they're in a region with Mars Hill, who is in another world, and so rest of us people just we're just trying to survive. And I say that those guys in that region got good teams. Yeah.
Coach, they like to run that wing as well. This could be a bit of a faster game, if you will, as far as regular time is concerned. Both teams going to run this football. How does that help the Red Devils defensively, in your case, be prepared for something like that, something that you're pretty familiar with?
Well, we don't run that version of the wing tee. I used to. We've had, pretty good luck trying to stop it in the past, but that just depends on the players on the other side, and they got some good players on the other side. And they're really better defensively probably than anywhere else, and they're good offensively. And it could be a quick game, that's for sure. They don't throw it much, and we don't either. So, yeah, it could be a fast game.
Coach, on a short week, I want to tell you I appreciate your time. Best of luck to you.
Thank you.
Well, a short week indeed it was. Let me just tell you how that went very quickly here. I'm on my way to my parents to drop my daughter off. It's approximately 9:30 yesterday morning, and Coach Benefield sends me a text, game moved to Thursday. And I wiped my brow and said, well, it's a good thing I'm about a mile from the school. I'll just drop in and go see Coach. When I walked in to the field house, I've never seen Coach be in a hurry or a tizzy. In all these years that I've been coming up here doing these interviews, I've never seen him not once. I walk in, he is furiously writing something on his desk and throwing a piece of paper here, now writing something on this one, now moving it over here, writing something on this one, and he finally looks up. Hey, come on in. Leans back, let's get this over with. Got a lot to do. And I'm like, yeah, I can tell. You're being like a madman in here. He says, got a lot of cards to fill out, got things to do that normally I could do between today and tomorrow, and I got to get it all done today. Yeah. So it's a short week, but, Greg, quickly, a short week. How does that, in a way, kind of benefit you getting it early, if there is a benefit?
Well, I guess the biggest thing about that is a short week for both schools. So, again, both of them are going to have to kind of prepare, do a little bit different than what they did, on a normal weekday. But, I don't know if it really makes that big of a difference. Thursday's just usually a shell kicking game kind of day. Other than putting some more administrative duties on Coach Benefield, I don't know if it really affects the players that much.
Well, and the thing to think about as well is that, Fyffe didn't play last week. He had a bye week, so you got plenty of time. So they've got a little bit more rest, probably a little more time in preparation. So it probably had a lesser effect, even though it didn't sound like it had an effect on Coach. But it had lesser effect on the team that maybe Lauderdale County, who played last week, and it goes right into.
Just to give you a quick aspect of how quick it actually went, normally I'm with him about an hour per Thursday. That's on average. I was with him maybe 20 minutes, if that. That interview you just heard, barely 3 minutes long. The shortest interview to date in probably a couple of 3 seasons, to be honest with you. So things got moving kind of quick when the news of this storm front coming. Things had to move really, really quick. All right, we're going to take one final timeout. When we do, we jump right into the Froggy Freeze pregame chill. Won't be as chilly tonight as what it has been the last couple of Friday nights, but that's because of what's coming. By Monday, they're talking potential snow flurries. We won't have to deal with that here tonight, though, with Lauderdale County and the Fyffe Red Devils getting ready to heat things up on the field. We'll be back for the Froggy Freeze pregame chill right after this on the Fun Radio Sports Network.
You've been listening to the Red Devil Preview, brought to you by the Town of Fyffe and Mayor Paul Cagle. Coming up next, the Froggy Freeze pregame chill and the opening kickoff on Fun Radio, Fun 92.7 HD2.
The town of Fyffe and Mayor Paul Cagle are proud supporters of the Fyffe Red Devils. The mayor and town council would like to remind fans that we all play a role in the education of our students. As parents, fans, and members of this community, we set the example whether you're aware of it or not. Real Red Devil fans practice good sportsmanship. This message is brought to you by the town of Fyffe and Mayor Paul Cagle. Go Big Red.
There's nothing like the sound of rain on a metal roof. JC Metal Roofing provides all types of quality metal roofing for your home or even your barn with the ag panels. JC Metal Roofing products are snap-lock standing seam. Trust the metal roofing company with over 12 years in business that offers guaranteed work from a licensed and insured professional serving all of North Alabama. Call 256-996-2678 and follow JC Metal Roofing on Facebook for current projects. JC Metal Roofing.
You need a place to save, just start now. Get along to that first house. Caught in the storms of life with just fair weather. You'll be safe. First State Bank will grow together.
First State Bank, locally owned and operated, where we can meet your needs personally and promptly with online banking featuring online bill pay, e-statement, mobile banking, mobile check deposit, debit, and credit cards.
First State Bank, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
Attention football fans, this season don't let slow internet make you miss a single touchdown, tackle, or triumph. With our gigabit fiber internet, you get blazing fast speeds that keep you in the game. Stream every play in crystal clear HD. Blitz through online stats and video chat with fellow fans, all with zero lag. Don't fumble your connection, score big with our unbeatable fiber service. Call FTC and get your gigabit fiber internet just in time for the big game. Stay connected, stay ahead, stay unstoppable. Visit farmerstel.com or call us at 866-638-2144. FTC, we keep you connected.
Ready to lose weight and feel great? The Diet Consultants in Fort Wayne are here and ready to help. Owner Russell Hutcherson, CRNP, helps patients achieve their weight loss goals with weight loss medications and nutrition planning catered specifically to each patient with no consultation fees. Visit us at 1600 Galt Avenue South or call 256-426-3693 to schedule your appointment today and receive a new patient discount. Don't forget to like us on Facebook. The Diet Consultants. Your success is our priority.
Looking to clear land, prep a site, or lay the groundwork for your next big project? Collins Constructors brings the muscle, the machines, and the mindset to get it done right. From excavation and grading to forestry, mulching, and underground utilities, we dig deep so you don't have to. Whether it's small residential jobs to large-scale commercial projects, when you're ready to break ground, don't just hire anyone. Visit collinsconstructors.com or call 256-440-0386. Collins Constructors, proudly built on faith. Dig deep. Build better.
Fyffe Red Devil football is on the air. On the air. We are the radio home of the 7-time state champion Fyffe Red Devils. Fun 92.7 HD2. Fyffe Red Devil football. Brought to you by
Collins Constructors, the Clarkson Pennington Law Firm, Watkins Heating and Cooling, the W.T. Wilson Funeral Chapel, Voice of DeKalb, the Town of Fyffe, and Mayor Paul Cagle. Southern Ceramic Solutions, First State Bank, Navexa Marketing and Design, 50 Taters, ABC Accounting Services, CCM Garage Doors, Congressman Robert Adderholt, Farmers Telecommunications Cooperative, Sonic Drive-In, Fyffe Pharmacy, Alliant Label, JC Metal Roofing, Liberty Bank, South State Realty, Ace Auto Sales, Air Kids Inflatable Rentals, Applebee's Restaurant in Fort Payne, Froggy Freeze Shaved Ice, Morning Glory Meadows Assisted Living, The Diet Consultants, Northeast Alabama Community College, Pennies from Heaven Spa, Rainsville Auto Glass,
North Alabama Trophies Rainsville, People's Independent Bank, and by Petal's Flower Shop.
Fyffe Red Devil Football. Online at fun927.com. On the Red Devil Facebook, Twitter, and YouTube channels. And on air on Fun 92.7 HD2. Now from the FTC Farmers Telecommunication Cooperative Broadcast booth. This is the pregame chill presented by Froggy Free Shaved Ice. Chill out with a hometown legend.
Welcome, everyone, to the Froggy Free pregame chill here on Fun Radio, Fun 92.7 FM HD2, and, of course, on the Red Devil Radio Show Facebook and YouTube channel. I'm Adam Ward alongside Greg Mears, Jeremy Johnson inside the FTC broadcast booth. Chill is not the word I would use for tonight. It is a little warmer than what you would expect for a early November matchup here on a Thursday evening. However, we could not ask for better weather, and for more on our weather and field conditions, let's go down to our man, Bryce Tutherow. He is on the sideline tonight. Bryce, field is painted very, very beautifully here this evening. How does it feel underneath the feet, and what can we expect from the weather this evening?
Oh, it feels great out here. It's a nice dry field, and it's clear sky tonight. It's going to be about 50 to 55 with a very slight breeze, so this is what I would say perfect football weather right now.
I would concur with that. I think both of these coaching staffs would as well. Not much of a breeze to speak of here tonight. Very little, if that. That flag, as they raised it just a few moments ago, it might be getting a whisper every now and then. I mean, it is about flat dead as far as the wind is concerned. However, Lauderdale County, a large sect, has made their way over from the western portion of the state, with still a few more to come. I don't, JJ, expect this necessarily to be a packed house for this first ever matchup. I think mainly just because the road trip is so far.
Yeah, well, and mind you, a last-minute road trip because the decision was made yesterday, and then it being on a weeknight as well. And I know that might not factor in. That does factor in for those of us that get up really early in the morning to go to work, things of that nature.
Yeah, it really does. These two teams, I can't help but wonder if they got school off tomorrow. Technically they're supposed to have school. I don't know how that goes. I'm not in administration. I don't get to make those kinds of decisions. But I would know that at this point in the season, some of these guys, Greg, are not only licking their wounds from a loss like Fyffe is per se, but they're licking their wounds literally from just being bruised and banged up. A game like this, as physical as it could get with the way these two offenses like to run and pound and ground, tomorrow might be one of those days where you say, no, I'm not going to school. I'm going to stay home and put my arm on ice.
Yeah, it's amazing how you don't realize how much you get hit to that next morning, and you start to pop up out of that bed, and there's no popping up out of it. You're kind of like, oh, what happened to me last night? So a good thing is, though, that they were able to have last week off, so they've been able to lick those wounds a little bit more than like you were talking about. So.
Yeah. Well, on the other side of the equation, Lauderdale County also had the week off last week. They did not see action, as we mentioned. They did in the season on a 4-game win streak, so on a bit of a better note for the County Tigers there. I want to ask Bryce Tutherow, you've been on that side of the equation where you come into the playoffs on a winning streak, but you get a bye week. How does that really take any of the wind out of the sails when you don't have a game to try to make it a 5-game win streak immediately following a win?
No, actually, I think it actually feels pretty good. You get a week to recover for, whenever it actually counts in the playoffs. So I wouldn't mind a bye week. Actually get to heal, recover from the season.
Well, we await the captains of Lauderdale County to make their presence on the field from the locker room. The 5 captains are out. Parker Kennard and Noah Gwynn will be the 2 captains for Fyffe that will make their way out to midfield. Other captains include Draven Posey, Ryder Smith, and Connor Hutcherson. And in case you missed out on who that is, that's the 5 seniors that represent this football team here at Fyffe. And, JJ, that's one thing that I've been asked a lot these last few weeks especially is the numbers game with Fyffe. Everybody wants to know about the count with coming up and who's going to move to 2A, 3A, 4A, what's Mars Hill going to do, what's Fyffe going to do, Geraldine, Plainview. All these questions want to get thrown out there. And they get a little shocked when I have to tell them Fyffe only has 5 seniors this year. They're a little heavier in their junior class, but it's their freshman and their sophomore classes where they get kind of the heaviest. So they're somewhat of a younger team this season, only bolstering the 5 seniors.
Yeah, yeah. And a lot of people don't like to hear that when they know that, hey, you got guys that are playing now, and there's still years to play,
Right.
But seniors always tough, especially when you got strong senior leadership to lose those seniors. But it's really nice when you got an class of underclassmen that are ready to step up.
Yeah. One young man as such that, Greg, you kind of mentioned him earlier, needing to step up. Maddox Doss did not have the game he hoped for a couple of weeks ago and was tried to, as Coach said in the interview, tried to rely on him a little bit more. He wasn't able to come through in certain spots, but Maddox desperately needing a rebound game tonight, I would say.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. And, again, he threw the ball a lot more than what he's used to and was unable to really connect on anything. But you know what? He's a good guy. He's a strong young man, and I'm sure he'll learn from that. And that's what you do. You can't let last week or 2 weeks ago affect this game. You got to put it behind you, and that's what good quarterbacks do. That last pass does not matter. It's the next one's the only one that matters.
Indeed, indeed, indeed. All right, we are still waiting for Lauderdale County to emerge from the locker room. We're going to take a break here on the Froggy Freeze pregame chill. When we come back, we hope to get the toss of the coin. We'll be back right after this on the Froggy Freeze pregame chill.
Experience the local legend in frozen treats at Froggy Freeze Shaved Ice. More than an ordinary stand, it's a Fyffe tradition. Owned by 3 generations of Fyffe High School alumni who excel in serving smiles. Fully licensed, insured, and equipped with updated health permits. Our 3 trailers bring the party to you. Call 256-717-7239 for any occasion, large or small, from sporting events to family reunions, offering 35 flavors of shaved ice, plus hot chocolate, spiced cider, and coffee. Taste the hometown pride at Froggy Freeze Shaved Ice.
Come see Brandon and Cherie Rains at Fyffe Pharmacy, your independently owned Health Mart pharmacy for all your prescription and over-the-counter needs. Brandon and Cherie grew up in Fyffe and have served the community for many years. Local people who know and care about you. Fyffe Pharmacy is open Monday through Friday, 8 a.m. to 6 p.m., Saturday, 8 a.m. till noon, and closed on Sundays. Health Mart, taking the time to listen and care.
The pregame chill continues now on 92.7 HD2, presented by Froggy Freeze Shaved Ice. Chill out with a hometown legend.
Maybe we just need to take a Froggy Freeze pregame chill break. That got Lauderdale County out of the locker room. Their whole team is already out behind the victory line sign, and the 4 captains for the Tigers make their way to midfield to meet the 2 captains of the Fyffe Red Devils, as well as Bryce Tuthrow, who will now show that microphone right into that face of the white hat here this evening.
All right, guys,
and get our toss of the coin.
For the first round of the playoffs, okay? Lauderdale County, you are the visiting team, so I'm going to let you call the toss. The color is the heads and the tails. That's the heads, that's the tails. Make the call. What do you say? Tails. All right, tails is the call. Here we go. It is a heads. Fyffe, you have won the toss. What you going to do?
We're not going to defer to the second half.
You're going to defer. Okay, Fyffe's going to defer.
Fyffe has won the toss and declined.
They deferred to you. You want the ball? Okay. You're going to take the ball. Which end do you want to defend?
Defend the scoreboard.
All right, turn your back over there facing back here. Y'all turn your back facing them.
When the referee asked him, what did you say? What he really said was, heads. Did y'all hear that deep voice coming from Calvin Watkins? Heads. I mean, I can't even. It was almost Dennis Haysburn-like. For you young folks at home who don't know who that is, Allstate, are you in good hands? There you go. I'll give that to you. As the captains will make their way back to their respective victory lines, Lauderdale County to our left, Fyffe to our right in the Elena Olivares Memorial Foundation Tunnel, donated a few years ago in honor of the memory of Elena Olivares. The smoke begins to pour from the inflated helmet, and here come the Red Devils. Tonight, all red. Red helmet, black flag logo on each side of the helmet. Red jersey, white numerals donning the front plate, back plate, and the side shoulder pads of the jersey outlined in black. Red plain pants with just a plain Red Devil head logo on the hip pocket on the right side. For the Lauderdale County Tigers, a very dark, almost maroonish red type of color scheme on top of an all-white scheme to finish out the drip. Those maroon helmets, they will be donning this evening with a stripe down the middle. I'm trying to get a bead on them. They've got the numbers. You can imagine like an Alabama helmet, just a white stripe with the white numbers. That red just a bit darker, more like a maroon. They got a white jersey with plain numbers out with maroon and 2 very similar maroon stripes piping down the pant legs. And I say that, and I'm just, you add a little more crimson to it, and it's like watching a mini Crimson Tide out here. I mean, that's all you can imagine, folks.
Hey, good look.
I was going to say, it's a little bit darker than a Mississippi State maroon, too, so it's kind of in between there.
Very clean look, I think, for both squads tonight. Not worried about how they dress.
Right.
Fyffe will, as you heard a moment ago, kick off to start this football game. On our opening half kickoff, brought to you by Fyffe Pharmacy, the Health Mart pharmacy that cares for you and about you. He's going to go over the head of the return man, and he's going to watch it roll into the end zone. Woo! It's going to be a good decision when all is said and done. However, had Fyffe had a little more giddy up in their britches, Greg, they had a chance at it.
Yeah, they did. It just actually, he struck it too well that time, believe it or not. But we've been pooch kicking a lot this year, so that's nice to see him starting out on the 20.
1st and 10 coming up for the Lauderdale County Tigers. They will be led by Curtis Ritter, quarterback at 5'9", 145-pound junior. As we said, wing T offense here, one spread wide to the left. Up the gut goes the tailback. He's met immediately. His own man shoved into him, but he does get a positive gain of about 3 yards. Right up the gut before all is said and done. On the carry, Chance Campbell, the 5'5", 170-pound sophomore.
Yeah, Fyffe defensive line on the right side there kind of blew that play up in the background, but the running back kept his feet moving and was able to get a couple yards out of it where it looked like he could have been thrown for a loss.
Ian Slayton responsible for blowing that one up from the jump, shoving that center right into the tailback, which really helped Fyffe's defense swarm to the football. 2nd down and 7. End around play to Watkins. Right side. Latham on him. Latham's got him. He'll surrender maybe a 3-yard gain when all is said and done. That might have been Ryder Smith. I need to correct myself.
I think that's Maddox, Adam.
Was it Maddox? I got lost up there in the single digits.
Yes, it was.
It'll be about a 3-yard gain, so 3rd down and 4 when all is said and done.
Either way, good stop.
Yeah, and this is what Lauderdale County likes to do, man. They like to get that ball outside. They don't run up the middle very much. They're trying to hit those gaps on the outside, and a lot of misdirection with those wingbacks.
First 3rd down attempt of the evening. Everybody at the line. Right up to the right side. They go off right guard, and he gets swallowed up. 4th down. That was Hunter Latham in there to help make the stop that time. And they give him a gain of about 2 to set up 4th down and 2.
And watch for them trying to draw us off sides here, obviously. A little 4th and 1. That would give them a 1st down, so we got to be patient here.
They did move that ball up just a hair more after I called that. So 4th down and 1. Fyffe playing a little defense safe. They will punt it. Fyffe doesn't get anybody back there. They're going to punt away from Maddox and try to keep him from creating something in the special teams play, and that's probably a wise decision. Maddox will jog away from it, and it will be touched down at the 30-yard line in Red Devil territory. So 1 drive and a punt, a 3 and out for Lauderdale County with 10:05 remaining in the first quarter. Scoreless here at Paul Benefield Stadium. All right, your defense done the job. Now can the offense pick things up in a hurry? That will be the question. First down and 10.
I'm sure we'll get a bigger dose of Ryder Gibson tonight than we did last time we saw him.
And as soon as the ball is snapped, we get a flag.
Is that offside?
From that far side judge.
Yep.
And indeed it will be offsides against Lauderdale County. Good eye, my man, good eye.
Little jumpy on that right side of the defensive line.
Was it Geraldine? No, the first 2 plays they were offsides?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. Lined up offsides. They snapped it, immediately blew it dead. Gave Fyffe a 1st down. That's how it started. Let's not talk about how it ended. 1st down and 5 here. Ryder Gibson gets the call. Steps over the line and gets a yard. 2nd down and 4. Boy, they swarmed to him from that defensive secondary quickly. Leading the charge there for the Tigers, that was Chance Campbell at linebacker. I got a feeling we're going to call his name a bit. I noticed him a lot on film earlier this week when watching the game film.
You know, it's going to be like everybody else Fyffe plays at the beginning of the game. They're going to have 10 guys probably within 5 yards of the line of scrimmage. Got one guy kind of playing a safety back here, so, yeah, the sledding's going to be a little tough to start with. Actually, they're all within 5 yards now.
Cooper Harrison split out wide to the left. Direct snap to Ryder Gibson. Ryder left side. Ryder's got some blocking. Ryder cuts it back up to the middle of the field. Ryder's in a foot race. 2 men in pursuit. One man may have enough to try to get him. He will not. Touchdown, Red Devils! Ryder Gibson striking from 64 yards out.
Yeah, and the one thing when you crowd that box, once you get past that first level, there's nothing but green grass out in front.
And, you know, it's surprising, man. Nobody's going to catch. These Fyffe running backs are just so fast. You don't think they're going to be, and then, I mean, they just leave everybody in a little vapor trail.
What about the blocking, by the way, down the field for Cooper Harrison? Not only getting his man blocked, but I think ultimately he confused his man a little bit. He had no idea. Just long enough. He had no idea Ryder Gibson was already running wild in the secondary. That was huge. Maddox Doss will hold. Maddox usually does the extra point kicking, but Maddox is going to hold for Jay Carter-Lyles, who is perfect on the season at 3-3 for the extra point attempt, brought to you by Navexa Marketing, driven by data, defined by design.
Adam.
Straight on kicker, puts it right through the uprights.
It almost happened.
It almost. I was like, oh, you gave him the
announcer's
curse.
Not even a minute off the drive there. 9:08 left to go in the first. Fyffe up 7-0 on the Fun Radio Sports Network.
The Clarkson Pennington Law Firm can handle your legal needs.
Everybody needs a hand sometimes. We'll be there for you. Everybody needs someone by the side. That's just what we'll do. You can put your trust in us at ClarksonFirm.com.
No representation is made that the quality of legal services to be provided is greater than the quality of legal services provided by other lawyers.
From one season to the other, your garage door takes a beating. Hot, cold, wind, rain, plus it's continuously in use. Time for a new garage door or a fix on an old reliable? CCM Garage Door sells and maintains all makes and models of garage doors. 24-hour on-call service. 3 years parts and labor warranty along with free estimates. CCM Garage Doors is Better Business Bureau accredited. Don't fight the ups and downs of an aging garage door. Call Chris at 256-572-9170. CCM Garage Doors. Online at ccmgaragedoors.com.
Fyffe Red Devil football now live on Fun 92.7 HD2.
Well, we've already said his name at least twice tonight. Campbell there is going to field a low knuckleball kick from Maddox Doss right down the middle of the field. Like in baseball, just a line drive, and he gets down immediately. I don't think he even realized he was down for just that moment. He got up to try to run.
Yeah, I think he just lost his footing. I don't think he intended to do that, but kind of, making sure he got on the ball and then lost his footing and fell right there.
First down and 10 for Lauderdale County at the 24-yard line. We will check our Collins Constructor scoring recap coming up in just a moment. Under center, one split wide to each side. They're going to go handoff up the gut. That's Campbell again. He'll get a yard to the 25-yard line, second down and 9. And Fyffe swarmed that time. Ian Slayton in there, Weston Evans in there to make the stop along with Cooper Harrison. Slayton's not even on the field at the moment. He's getting a rest from Chase Hutcherson here. Chase is giving him the breather.
And that running back got up a little gimpy already. I mean, that pounding's starting to take effect 4 minutes into the first quarter.
That's four times I've had to call Campbell's name already.
Yeah.
Second down and 9. Man comes in motion from right to left. Taps the quarterback on the butt, says he's ready, and it's a backwards pass, but it goes out of bounds. That'll be a fumble.
Yeah, they're calling it right.
That's a fumble by all technicalities. That's a 6-yard loss because that was indeed very much a backwards pass. Went right through the intended target's hands, but either way, who was Calvin Watkins, that man we talked about earlier. That ball just went right through his hands there, JJ.
Yeah, it did, and I think we're a little surprised. We expected Watkins to play quarterback, and he's been lining up in the backfield, and he was split out there on that play.
The way they were running that, I could not help but think Watkins was supposed to maybe throw that football if he caught it, but I didn't see anybody go downfield.
I didn't see anybody break either, but they sure did look like they could run a play off that.
Third down and 15. Play action. Quarterback rolls out to his right. He's looking for a man to the far side, and it's, tipped and incomplete, but tipped by the intended target, and it'll be fourth down. The intended receiver, Tyrion Sharpley, the 5'10", 170-pound senior, could not bring it in. He was able to get a hand on it, and probably for the better there, turning offense into defense, Greg, because had he not, Fyffe's Ryder Smith was in great position to pick it off.
Yeah, he was waiting for that one there. And again, we talked about it in pregame. Already you're probably starting to see Lauderdale County press a little bit. They're behind 7-0, behind the chain, so.
They will punt. Fyffe will come after this one. They don't get there. It's a high kick, very short kick, and it goes out of bounds. Doesn't even make the 40-yard line in plus territory for the Red Devils. They'll stay the 37. So Fyffe will start in Tiger territory. 2 drives, 2 3-and-outs for Lauderdale County. You can't ask for much more defensively from the Red Devils with 7:37 left to go and getting their second offensive drive of the game, JJ.
Well, and as mentioned in pregame, and a lot of teams beat themselves, and here you go, 3 and out. You need a bad punt, puts Fyffe on this side of the 50-yard line in scoring position already.
First down and 10 at the 37. Double handoff. Ryder Smith to carry left side. He gets wrangled up about a yard behind the line of scrimmage. Second down and 11. Let's go ahead and check our Collins Constructors scoring recap down on the sideline. Bryce Tutherow.
Yes, it was 2 plays for a total of 65 yards, and it took them 57 seconds. And it was Ryder Gibson on a run for 64 for the touchdown.
Collins Constructors, no need to check with anybody else. They bring you our scoring recap. Dig deep, build better. Looking to dig a little deeper here on a second down and 11 from the 38. The Fyffe Red Devils. A little fidgety is that Lauderdale County front. No flag. Ryder Gibson takes the direct snap across the 35 to the 34-yard line. So it'll set up a third down and 7. The first third down of the night for the Fyffe Red Devils after a 4-yard gain for Ryder Gibson and company.
Definitely already in 4-down territory, though, for Fyffe inside or right at the 34-yard line. I can't imagine us, unless there's some type of loss on the play here, not going for it on 4th.
6:40 and counting left to go in a 7-0 first quarter. Red Devils on top. Trey Freeze, man jumps into the neutral zone. That'll warrant the flag. That's the defensive tackle jumping for the Lauderdale County Tigers. He's upset with himself. He's already bobbed his head at himself twice.
I'm sure that was on the bulletin board in that field house over there in Lauderdale County. Watch out.
That is their third penalty of the night already. And that defensive tackle that we talked about, Tucker Clemens, 5'10", 270-pound sophomore, he's right over the football, too. That's kind of one of those you can't live with it penalties if you're a coach.
Oh, yeah, you can't make those mental mistakes. Not in a game like this and not this early where that really changes the perspective of this play.
Goes from a third down and 7 to a third down and 2 after the 5-yard penalty. Here's Ryder Gibson up the gut. He'll get stopped at the line of scrimmage. No gain, 4th down. Some Red Devils are saying he got it. No, sir. I'm a little bit behind you here on as far as my advantage point goes. He didn't get it. 4th down, and as Greg said, go for it territory.
Oh, yeah, and you're right. They did not move that down marker 1 inch, I don't think.
I don't think so.
So Fyffe might go Trey Freeze again. 4th down and 2 at the 28. Ryder to the right of Maddox. They do go Trey Freeze. Lauderdale County jumps, but nobody crosses into that neutral zone. 10 seconds left on the play clock and counting down. Maddox gets the check with me. It'll be a give to Ryder Gibson, right up the gut, and I think Lauderdale County held. They give him a yard, but it's not enough. It'll be a turnover on downs.
Yeah, good penetration there.
They knew what was coming. Right up the gut went the Red Devils. Lauderdale County sniffed it out, only surrendered 1 yard to the 28. If even a yard. They barely maybe give him a half a yard.
Yeah, they didn't give him much. And, again, so that mistake with the punt doesn't come back to haunt them. Let's see if they've swapped momentum around a little bit here.
So Fyffe is 0 for 1 on 3rd down and 0 for 1 on 4th down in this game. 7-0 our score. That's exactly what Lauderdale County could have asked and hoped for here after 2 drives, 2 3 and outs with 5:31 left to go. They get the football at their own 28-yard line. Man goes in motion right to left. Man jumped on the right side at the wing back, but they didn't throw a flag on him or anything. They're going to go right side Watkins. Watkins gets a great run, and it takes a force to bring him down. He will get, I believe, Lauderdale County's first down of the night. Indeed he does. It's an 11-yard gain up to the 39-yard line, and that's a first down, Lauderdale County.
Yeah, great play call right there. Little misdirection again coming back that other way, and they just had Fyffe outmanned over there.
First down and 10 at the 39-yard line.
Straight up runner, too.
Yeah.
Straight up.
First down and 10 at the 39. Quarterback under center. Man goes in motion right to left. It'll be a give to him. Now he goes up the gut on the handoff. He fumbled the football. Nope, it's a helmet.
Oh, it's a
whoa. For just a moment. It's Jay Carter Lyle's helmet at that. Just a moment there. I was about holding my breath for the fumble. It's a 4-yard gain instead to set up 2nd down and 6 at the 43-yard line.
Adam, I saw the same thing you did. That was a ball rolling right there.
Need to get our glasses checked. 2nd down and 6. Man in motion again. This time they go to the H-back up the gut. He's got the first down, crosses midfield down to the 48-yard line. It's another first down for Lauderdale County as they go to work on that middle of the Fyffe defense with 4:40 remaining in this first quarter.
When's the last time you saw a quick hitter right there to the fullback like that, Greg?
It's been a while.
It's been a while. That nice play.
Tyree and Sharpley on the carry. So first down and 10 at the 48. in Red Devil territory for the first time tonight. Moving right to left as you listen. Here comes flags, and Greg says false start, so does that far side judge on Lauderdale County side. That is their fourth penalty thus far of the night. Fyffe does not have any.
Back to the point. Mistakes, discipline, the difference. Margin for error now is huge in the playoffs.
Bryce Tutherow, Coach Paul Benefield, his staff usually masterminds at taking advantage of these miscues.
Oh, yeah, these miscues are important for Fyffe especially. We take advantage of them as much as we can. Now it's a 15 instead of 10, and them 5 yards can win or lose a game.
First down and 15. The ball now back at the 47-yard line of Lauderdale County. They'll play action, rolls right, looks back down the middle of the field. He'll put one up for grabs. 3 men versus 2 men. It's a jump ball, and it is broken up and batted away. Incomplete. That was Hunter Latham on the pass breakup, and they were looking for Tyrenian Sharpley again down the middle of the field. Second down and 15.
And there was a split second there. He was open, and good job by Hunter closing, and then
yeah, the ball hung up on the quarterback there a little bit stronger arm, and that's probably 6 we're looking at. So, and a great reaction by the defense after that ball hung up.
Second down and 15. Ball spotted on the far hash, 47-yard line of Lauderdale County. 3:54 remaining in a 7-0 first quarter. Red Devils on top. Lauderdale County needing to respond. They give it to Watkins right side. Watkins sidesteps a man, tries to spin out of another tackle. There are 7 of the 11 red jerseys in that pile for the Fyffe Red Devils. That's how much it takes to bring down Watkins, Calvin Watkins. That young man missed, did not play almost half of the season for the Tigers. The way he's playing right now on a 10-yard gain kind of makes us wonder why not.
Yeah, he's he's a hard runner. If you look at him, he looks a little bit like somebody from Fyffe last year with those spin moves.
Third down and 5. They'll give it to Watkins again. Following the right side of his blockers, he'll get the first down before stepping out of bounds. At the 30, let's see where they mark this. No, they're going to say he went out of bounds before the first down. They're going to say the 39.
Ooh.
Wow. Fourth down and 1. At the 39, they need the 38. No doubt about it. Go for it territory here.
Oh, definitely. And I think we all know who's going to get the ball, too. So now can, Fyffe's line get some penetration and hold that young man behind the line there.
Well, you say that. Now watch him fool us.
Yeah.
Talk about a broadcaster's jinx.
I know what I'd be selling out for.
Quarterback sneak, trying to go tush push. I think he got it.
Yep.
I think he got it. Indeed he did. First down. On fourth down, Lauderdale County converts to keep the drive alive. Quarterback Curtis Ritter. I saw that a few times in film. Did you see that as well? They ran this a few times?
Yeah, sure did. Ran it several times when they got these short yardage. And it's getting like it is in pros, but if you run it right, it's hard to stop.
First down and 10 at the 37. They ended up gaining 2 yards off of that, says the officials. By the way, it's an extended officiating crew from now on to the end of the season. As you get into the playoffs, you get 2 to 3 more extra added officials. Man spins out of a tackle with Watkins, but Hutcherson is there to take him down alongside Ryder Gibson to finish things up. No gains, second down and 10, and for the first time tonight, Calvin Watkins has hemmed up Bryce Tutherow.
Yeah, Cooper Harrison doing a great job getting through that line. As soon as the ball snapped, he was back there just sitting there waiting on him to get there and cut him up, and Hutch was just sitting there waiting on him.
2:20 left to go in this first quarter. I don't remember the exact time that Lauderdale County got the football on the game clock, but it was at least 5.5 minutes or so. This is turning into a little longer drive, just sort of a version of nickel and diming them down the field in the run game here. Up back, that's the fullback or H-back, depending on how you want to call it, gets the carry. He'll gain 5 or 6 yards. That is Keyshawn Bowling at 5'5", 148 pounds as a sophomore. I think that last name pretty prevalent there. Bowling, as he went bowling for about a 6-yard gain.
Yeah, absolutely. He was knocking pins down everywhere he went, too.
Third down and 4. Again, 2-down territory, I would assume, for Coach Mason and his Tigers. They go with their own version of a 3-man flip. Here's a give. Big man, Watkins coming near side. He gets hemmed up and stopped, I think, just before the line to gain. We'll check it. Let's see. Nope, they're saying first down. Wow. I thought he was about a half a yard shy, but that's a first down on a third down pickup. That's their first third down conversion of the night, by the way.
Well, they've got a good drive going on right here. They're picking up the yardage. Even being behind the chains a couple times, they've been able to make up for it.
1 for 4 on third down tonight. They are 1 of 1 on fourth down. Again, just somewhat of a version of nickel and diamond down the field here. Play action. They're looking for a quick throw. Nobody went out for a pass. He'll go down for a sack. Confusion on the Tigers' offensive front. Slayton will be credited with the sack.
I don't know if that was confusion or just great coverage by the defense there. Everybody was covered up, and we had pressure as soon as he got the ball in his hands.
The only man that even went out for a pass was lined up way far down to the left of the offense here. They never even looked his way.
No, but now they've given him a yard gain, which I don't. I'm not sure about that one.
So no sack then. Give him a yard carry. Watkins, right side. Watkins finding a little blocking, but not much. He gets back to the line of scrimmage to set up third down and 9.
Again, just great pursuit over there, but I'd like to see that Devil defense wrap up and use their arms a little bit more because this guy's bouncing around out there. He's going to bounce it outside and take it to the house.
That is the end of the first quarter. It is 7-0. Red Devils on top. Second quarter comes your way. Right after this, you're listening to Fyffe Red Devil Football on the Fun Radio Sports Network.
Elevate your brand with top-notch labels from Alliant Label LLC. A full-service label manufacturer, we offer everything from blank shipping labels to customized solutions. Whether you're a small farmer or a large corporation, we cater to your needs with precision and care. Family-owned and operated with 30 years of industry expertise, Alliant Label excels in delivering large-scale orders promptly and efficiently. Our commitment to quality and customer service means your brand receives the attention it deserves every time. Visit AlliantLabel.com or call 888-673-0707. Alliant Label, making your ideas stick.
Turn your backyard into an unforgettable playground with an inflatable rental from Air Kids Inflatable Rentals. Choose from a variety of bounce houses, cow trains, water slides, obstacle courses, and combinations that will ensure your kids have tons of fun. Make it a tasty event with a cotton candy, snow cone, or popcorn machine. Air Kids will even deliver it to your home for a nominal fee. Affordable rentals and 20% discount for churches and schools. Call 256-996-1995 and follow Air Kids Inflatable Rentals on Facebook. Air Kids Inflatable Rentals, making your event memorable.
With 7 championship trophies, we're going to need a bigger shelf. The Fyffe Red Devils on Fun Radio.
Welcome back to the start of the second quarter here on Fun Radio, Fun 92.7 FM HD2. The Fyffe Red Devils, a 7-0 lead over Lauderdale County to begin the second quarter. Adam Ward, Jeremy Johnson, Greg Mears in the FTC broadcast booth. Our Ace Auto Sales sideline reporter is Bryce Cuthero. Third down and 9. As we start the second for Lauderdale County, pass across the middle. That one might have been tipped. It's fourth down. The intended receiver that time, we haven't called his name yet tonight. He's wearing 18. I'm not quite sure who that is.
Yeah, we don't have 18 on the roster, do we?
But nevertheless, it's fourth down. Bryce, was that ball tipped? It looked like it got tipped maybe at the linebacking level.
Yes, it was. I wasn't sure who tipped it, but whoever tipped it basically saved a 6 touchdown out there for sure. He was wide open. He had green grass.
It was Ryder Gibson.
It was Gibson,
yeah.
Fourth down and 9. Lauderdale's going to go for it. Might they try to draw Fyffe off sides? No, they will not. Play action. Looking down the middle of the field. Incomplete. Ryder Gibson there to break it up again. And we will have a turnover on downs. That drive took a little bit longer than I know Fyffe's defense would have liked relative to the first 2 drives offensively when they were 3 and out for the Lauderdale County Tigers, but at least you get the stop. But if you're Lauderdale County, you've proven you can move the ball on these guys, JJ.
Yeah, very good drive. You know, you hate to come up empty and not get a score out of that, but it was a good drive. They're moving the ball on the ground.
First down and 10 for Fyffe at the 26. Moving right to left now here in the second quarter with 11:52 remaining. Pitch goes to Ryder Gibson, right side. Ryder tries to cut it back up the middle. Ryder stumbles forward and picks up about 7 yards. Second down and 3 upcoming.
Go ahead. I'm sorry. No, I was going to say that's the next best thing to a pass play right there to kind of loosen up that line some. You get Ryder or anybody else out there on that corner real quick, and they'll have to kind of adjust that defense.
Off the Rainsville Glass LLC in-game scoreboard, Fairview's up 7-0 on Arab. Fort Payne up 7-0 on Athens. Plainview is leading 7-3 over Brooks. And, of course, the one we're watching, Phil Campbell at Piedmont. Piedmont's up big already, 24-6. Fumble on the play. Maddox is going to have to pick it up way back behind the line of scrimmage. He goes down. at the 22-yard line. Massive loss on the play. That's an 11-yard loss to set up third down and about 13, maybe 14. Third down and 14.
One of those uncharacteristic Fyffe mistakes, but that ball was low and to his left right there. He just couldn't get a handle on it.
So we talked about mistakes and miscues earlier from Lauderdale County. That one reared its ugly head from Fyffe, as Greg said. Not something we've seen a whole lot of this year. We've seen some low snaps, but that's not necessarily to the chagrin of Coach. He has always said, I'd rather you snap it really low, possibly in the dirt, than you would way over the quarterback's head. They're going to fake the fumble, Ruski, and Hayden Parker's got the ball, spins free. Hayden Parker running free across midfield. They're going to try and slap it down from behind. Hayden Parker, 2 hands on the ball. Hayden Parker picks up the first Liberty Bank first down of the night for the Fyffe Red Devils.
There's Coach pulling one out of the old hat.
There it is right there. That had me fooled. I thought the ball went over.
Oh,
nice.
me. First down and 10 at the 37-yard line on a massive third down conversion. And there's your guy, JJ. First down and 10, Trey Freeze formation flip. Lauderdale County bites but doesn't get a flag called. Maddox resets everything. Takes the snap, gets it to Ryder, who is met immediately, no gain. Second down and 10 upcoming on the tackle. Give that credit to the linebacker, Caden Naylor. 5'9", 160-pound senior, second down and 10 upcoming.
I'd like to add, I said Hayden Parker could be the one to, get the ball to get some yardage instead of Gibby, and there we go.
There it is.
Well, we need it because, boy, between the tackles right now, we're struggling. We're not getting any push from that offensive line, so we need them to really, open up a few holes here.
Second down and 10. Ryder to the left of Doss. Play action. Maddox will fire down the field. He's got a man. He's not looking for the football. Third down. He was looking for Cooper Harrison. I don't think Cooper thought he could throw that ball that far. I don't know what. Cooper wasn't looking for the ball.
Well, it was overthrown significantly, so I don't know.
Third down and 10.
I don't know if it would have mattered.
2 down territory here at the 37-yard line.
Which it was smarter to overthrow than underthrow.
Yeah, absolutely.
There wasn't a white jersey past Cooper Harrison. That's the good news.
That is.
Cooper had about a step and a half on his man in coverage. Now they're going to go 2 men split wide right. It's Smith and Latham. Now they're going to send a third man. Wheel route. Maddox will fire for the wheel route. Man is open. It's Brody Freeman. He dropped it. Oh, me. And there is a flag in the backfield of the offense. It's going to be holding against Fyffe on top of everything.
I'm sure they'll turn that flag down, I would think.
Well, we'll see. It'll either be a 4th down and 10 or a 3rd down and long. Either way, if you don't take it, I think this would keep it Fyffe going for it. They will decline it, you're right, so it's like the penalty never even happened. It's 4th down, so Fyffe will go for it. I kind of figured they would accept it to force a 3rd down and long and sort of, roll the dice, and if you can hold Fyffe in that front, then you may force them to punt. But nevertheless, now 4th down and 10. Brody Freeman and Ryder Gibson shift places. It's going to be a quick kick from Maddox Doss. Maddox is going to try and pin him. Nobody's back there. This one's going to roll and bounce into the end zone.
Ooh.
Barely.
So close.
Wow.
That was almost a perfect punt there from Doss.
Wow.
2 yards too deep.
So they convert a massive 3rd down and 15 before on the drive, and then cannot convert on a drop pass from Brody Freeman. It would have been nullified anyway with the penalty flag for holding in that offensive backfield. And with 9:05 left to go in the second quarter, it's still a 7-0 ball game. Lauderdale County gets the football back at the 20-yard line.
Yeah, and they've got a pretty potent offense. So Fyffe has got to capitalize on some of these 3 and outs, and when they get the ball, they've got to put it in the end zone, obviously.
So far, for those wondering, Mars Hill is up 21-0 on Whitesburg Christian. All home teams right now have a lead in their games. 1st down and 10 at the 20-yard line. Hand off to Watkins. Watkins to the right. Watkins gets a yard before he is swarmed under by a host of red jerseys. 2nd down and 9. Bryson Green in on the tackle. Hunter Latham in as well. Helping also to make the stop, Asher Godwin.
Great push there again by the defensive line of the Red Devils. Not letting him get loose, not letting him get started.
They ended up giving him an extra yard on the play. I don't know about that. 2nd down and 8. Right side, takes it back up the middle. Finds a little crease, finds a first down and a little bit more to the 35-yard line. Nathan Adams with the carry. Clayton Davis. That's a first down at the 35-yard line. And with 8:19 left to go in the first quarter, Lauderdale County finding themselves a bit here late in the first, early second.
Yep, they found something up that A gap, I might add, there, that
Yes.
is really working for them. That's the 3rd time they've probably gained 6 yards plus on that little, basically a fullback dive.
Thank you for your conscientious word choice. First down and 10 at the 35. They will give it to Davis again. He'll go up the middle, find a yard, bring up 2nd down and 9. Chase Hutcherson and Weston Evans there to help make the tackle.
So I will say that there was a pretty good hole in that A gap.
There was. There was.
This time is a true 1-yard gain. Officials agree with us this time. 2nd down and 9 at the 36-yard line. With just over 7 minutes left to go in this first half and a bit of a low-scoring affair. Both teams have found ways to move the football. It's finishing that has somewhat been the Achilles heel here as of late. 2nd down and 9, play action. Quarterback rolls right. Curtis looks left. Curtis goes down in the backfield for a sack. It's Chase Hutcherson.
Great coverage by the defensive backs there. They had a couple guys out in the route, but they were covered up. He had nowhere to go with it and was forced to take that sack.
That is a huge sack, and that time it is indeed a sack. There's no doubt about it. No gaining an extra yard there.
Chase has been dominating that line tonight. He's been in that backfield every play.
Yeah, I just noticed that, Bryce. Shades of Anthony Mill there.
Yeah.
By the way, that holding penalty from the Fyffe's last offensive drive, their first penalty of the night. 3rd down and 16 now at the 29-yard line for Lauderdale County. Curtis goes under center. They give it to Watkins, who's going to try to throw the football. Now he's just going to take off and run and get what he can. Brody Freeman is going to carry him out of bounds. Hayden Parker there as well. It'll bring up 4th down. No gain on the play. 4th down and 16.
This should work out well with their kicking woes here. For the Red Devils. Should have excellent field position here.
I'd like to add Calvin Harris's jersey has been ripped. It's been ripped since the 2nd time he's ran it, I'm pretty sure.
Maddox stands ready to receive the punt at the 40. Fyffe nearly gets there. Ryder Gibson. Ball is going to hit at the 42. Roll to the 35 where Maddox was standing just a little bit inside of that. Maddox will get away from it and let the Tigers touch it dead there. Putting a hand on it is Richard Green for Lauderdale County, the 5'7", 140-pound senior. So Fyffe will take over. They'll move the football right on that 35-yard line now. Fyffe, an opportunity to work on the clock a little bit with 6:13 left to go, although their one scoring drive was a quick 2-play drive. Would have been 3 had you not had the penalty in the neutral zone for Lauderdale County. Other than that, Fyffe has not done much. Pitch, Ryder Gibson, right side, wall of blockers. Ryder steps out of one tackle. He's going to get wrangled up at around the 40-yard line. Give him a gain of 5. 2nd down and 5 to go.
Just a little quick pitch there again, trying to get Ryder outside, get him some breathing room, and let him do what Ryder does best in open field.
Some folks would look at this, Bryce, and say that type of play is really an option play. You know better than anyone, Maddox does not have the option by coach's blessing on that. It's straight, just get it to Ryder.
Yeah, it's no option. Just give it to Ryder and let him get to that outside and try to get to that sideline and cut it up.
But it is meant to fool the defense into thinking that Maddox is going to keep that on an option play, so it is trying to be a little bit deceptive. Here's a straight give to Ryder Gibson. Ryder stiff arms a man in the backfield. Cuts it back inside. Ryder carrying a man across the 45-yard line. It'll be close. That down marker is just a hair past the 45-yard line. He's signaling first down. He is signaling first down. Liberty Bank first down.
Where we saw them line the ball up, that's correct call.
Yeah.
I mean, that's right where we lined it up on the 35.
Yep. Because honestly, that means the chains were even just a little ahead of that.
Yeah.
because it should have been about the 34.5, if you will. They spotted it dead at the 35, and the actual line of scrimmage chain was at about the 35.5. Direct snap, Ryder Gibson. Ryder got some blocking to the right side. Ryder lunges forward, gets across the double black line of midfield, and gets to the Lauderdale County 49 for a gain of 6. 2nd down and 4 upcoming with 4:35 left to go. And as I suspected, Coach Benefield going to work on this clock here a little bit.
Yeah, this is what we're hoping for, is one of those patented Fyffe drives, that 2-for-1 that we always talk about. Fyffe does get the ball coming back out, so, you know, I'm sure we don't want to score quickly here as long as we score.
2nd down and 4. As expected, a tight defensive affair here early. Play action. Maddox takes the man in the flat this time. It's out to Ryder. Ryder, left side. Ryder, oh man, was not able to keep his footing as he lowers the helmet and the pads, knocks out 2 men, gets the first down pickup to the 34-yard line for the Liberty Bank first down. The bank that is always on your team. I don't think he expected to still be standing after the collision. Had he been able to keep his footing, we're talking 6.
Yeah, it was close, too. He tried to get that right arm down, but I think he had the ball in that right arm, so it kind of stopped him from getting it down to balance himself.
That was like one of them hits. You're just preparing to hit at somebody as hard as you can, not expecting to keep your feet up underneath you.
Bryce, that was that big pass play that worked 2 weeks ago for about a 40-yard gain at Geraldine.
Yeah, I mean, it seems like it's working. I mean, don't fix what's working.
1st down and 10 at the 34. Maddox fake to Ryder. It'll be a keeper by Maddox. He'll get a 2-yard gain. 2nd down and 8. First real carry of the night that we've seen for Maddox.
So right now the Fyffe offense has got the Lauderdale defense, you know, like a little man at a urinal. They got to be on their toes because they don't know what's coming next.
Okay, I'm done. I'm done, folks. That's great.
Thus far, the call of the night.
There you go.
Direct snap will be to Ryder Gibson. Some splits up there in the offensive front. Ryder goes to the right. He gets to the 30-yard line. A gain of 2 will set up 3rd down and about 6.
That may be one of the best ever.
I had an assist on that one.
Yeah. Oh, gosh.
I think sometimes to think those up, you get busier than a one-legged man in a butt-kicking contest.
Very true.
3rd down and about 6 to go. Ball rests at the 30-yard line. Under 2.5 to go in this first half. 2-down territory. Of course, I said it last time, Fyffe quick kick. 5 seconds left on the play clock. Fyffe just now gets set. Ryder Smith goes in motion. Maddox cannot handle the snap. He will throw one up. Hayden Parker's open. Hayden Parker brings it in. Hayden Parker's got the first down in the red zone. Maddox keeping his eyes down the field. What a play.
Yeah, he kept his composure that time because that had disaster written all over it. Able to get the ball in, then keep his eyes, get him back downfield, and find his receiver for an excellent 3rd down conversion.
Whew. First down and 10 at the 15. Excuse me. They can pick up the first down without scoring with 1:50 left to go here in this first half. Coach Benefield does have all 3 timeouts, so still no need to get in any kind of hurry here.
No, sir, not at all.
First down and 10, 15-yard line. Trey freeze formation flip from left to right. Maddox will come for the check me. He's now going to burn a timeout.
Play clock was already down to 2 seconds, so they didn't have a choice there.
That'll be the first of those 3 timeouts that I mentioned a moment ago. We will step aside and pay a few bills. We come back. Fyffe has the football in the red zone, up 7-0 on the Fun Radio Sports Network.
Need a car but have no credit, bad credit, or no down payment? No problem at Ace Auto Sales. Hi, I'm Ace.
Hi, this is Maverick with Maverick Towing.
And we understand life happens. That's why we offer hassle-free financing, a layaway program, and fast approvals to get you on the road in about 30 minutes. Every car now comes with a warranty for added peace of mind. We're family-owned, conveniently located on Highway 75-5, proudly serving our community for over a decade. Browse our inventory today at aceautosalesonline.com.
Whether personal or business, taxes or record keeping, you could always use help. Think ABC. That's right, ABC, Accounting Bookkeeping Consultants. With more than 25 years experience in helping people, owner Melody Coker and Accounting Bookkeeping Consultants can provide you with professional tax tax preparation and financial accounting. With tax season fast approaching, ABC can help you be prepared for upcoming tax readiness and will be there for you when it's time to do your tax returns. So think ABC, Accounting Bookkeeping Consultants in Fyffe and Rainsville. Call 256-638-3335.
Fun 92.7 HD2.
First down and 10 at the 15-yard line. Red Devils out of the timeout with 1:38 to go in this first half. Two men split wide to the left. It's Latham and Freeman. Maddox with Ryder Gibson off to his left. It's a bit of a high snap. Maddox will take it. Rolls out, looks right, looking to throw. He'll fire it in and out of the hands of Cooper Harrison. Second down and 10. Maddox put that one on a absolute line. Yeah. Cooper could not hold on to it. I think it probably works out better that it falls incomplete, saves a timeout. Had Cooper gotten that football, he's probably tackled immediately.
Yeah, he was, but that was a little dangerous throw there, too, though. He was getting hit as he threw that ball. I was afraid that thing was going to come out on him.
And kind of throwing back into the middle of the field just a tad, too.
Not just that, though. The hit after throwing, that's what I was more worried about.
That's the fourth pass play of the night already, isn't it?
Man, we're lighting it up. We may start calling our offense air raid.
It's the fourth or fifth. I know that. Ryder Gibson gets the handoff, right side, spins out of one tackle, but as he spins, he pays for it. Down to the 10-yard line, so a gain of 5, and it was a hard-earned 5 yards, especially come the end of the play. And about 1:10 left to go in this first half, 3rd down and 5 to go. Ryder's big frame can handle those types of hits, but goodness gracious.
Boy, you don't want to be taking those things all night. And it's been a physical game out there. Lauderdale County's playing a fantastic game on defense.
Maddox is going to come to the sideline. Hayden Parker will sub in alongside Parker Kennard. 10 seconds left on the play clock. Game clock down to 50 seconds. Wild Devil. Look here, direct snap. Hayden Parker. Hayden following Ryder Gibson as a lead blocker. He'll only gain 2 yards down to about the 8-yard line to set up 4th down. Decision time for Coach. Does he pop the timeout here? He's got 2 left in his pocket. Or does he maybe try a field goal? This ball is lined up dead on down the middle. I don't think he's going to think about kicking it here with 26, 25, 24, 23. They break the huddle with 21 seconds left to go on the game clock here in this first half. Snap. Maddox Doss back in. Maddox looking to throw down the field. He'll fire down the middle of the field. Ryder Smith is open. Touchdown, Red Devils. Forget everything I said about possibly kicking a field goal.
Only a little more surprising than that is a touchdown pass. So, field goal, most surprising, touchdown pass, next thing up.
Little play action there.
That is the 7th touchdown pass for Maddox Doss this season. And for Ryder Smith, his 3rd touchdown reception on 5 catches on the season. So, what did I say? 3 of his 5 catches are touchdown catches.
What did I say? They got to be on their toes, man. They've got to be on their toes.
Jay Carter Lyles on to attempt the extra point. The extra point attempt brought to you by Navexa Marketing, driven by data, defined by design. Navexa Marketing, Jay Carter Lyles, the square-toed, straight-on kicker. Maddox gets the snap, puts it down. The kick from Lyles is up, and it is good. 14-0 our score. Red Devils beginning this game with lightning, ending it, at least in the first half, with a little bit of lightning.
That score was really big at this point in the ball game. Fyffe gets the ball at the beginning of the second half, as Greg mentioned earlier.
Greg, what is that old adage? The last 4 minutes of the first half and the first 4 minutes of the second half usually is the tell of the game.
It kind of sets the momentum for the entire game. If you can get in and do like Fyffe just did, well, I forget, what was it, about 5.5 minutes? They ran off the clock there to score.
Yeah.
And then they get the ball back. If they can do that, then now you're looking at a 3-score game. That's tough to come back from.
Well, let's go down to the sideline with Bryce Tuthero, who's got our Collins Constructors scoring recap. Collins Constructors dig deep, build better. Bryce Tuthero.
It was 11 plays for a total of 65 yards, and it took them 6 minutes and 1 second to score, and it was Maddox Doss on a pass to Ryder Smith for the touchdown.
So even give about 30 more seconds to what you said there. A 6-minute drive, not something we're used to seeing from Fyffe, JJ.
No, we're used to quick scores, but I think that was a needed drive to use up all that time and, most importantly, get a touchdown on the board before the half.
Is it fair to say the play of the drive was the near botch?
Oh, yeah, absolutely, because that was the end of the drive at that point. That would have been the end.
That pass to Hayden Parker kept everything alive. Ball is touched at around the 18-yard line. Return man's going to get it right up to the 30-yard line, and Lauderdale County will have to run one play as they ran about 6 seconds off of that clock. Jay Carter now 2 for 2 on the night on the extra point attempts. Coming up in just a moment, Bryce Tuthrow is going to chat with the head football coach of the Fyffe Red Devils, Coach Paul Benefield. It's our coaches chat at halftime, presented by Southern Ceramic Solutions. Protect and elevate your vehicle with Southern Ceramic Solutions. Interesting to see what Lauderdale County will choose to do here. Will they just come out and take a knee and get this one to the locker room?
That's my guess. I mean, they don't have a quarterback with a real strong arm, so, I mean, I guess you could hand it off and hope for something, but bad things can happen.
And now a whistle from the far side judge. There's no flag. Lauderdale County instead just calls a timeout. Okay.
Game was moving along just a little too quickly. We got to slow it down some.
Yeah.
Evidently something was happening a little too quick there. We'll take the break with them. Back in 60 seconds on the Fun Radio Sports Network.
Realtors you can trust. Realtors that are thankful for you. That's South State Realty. South State Realty can walk buyers through the process, help them get pre-approved, and find their dream home. Let South State Realty do a comparative home analysis to find just the right time to sell. Make your buying or selling process stress-free. Call Ashley, Tina, and the team at South State Realty at 256-638-SOLD. That's 256-638-7653. View homes at southstaterealty.com.
50 words to describe 50 taters. Delicious, tasty, mouth-watering food heaven. Well, there are many more words, but to experience comfort food in a casual dining atmosphere, stop in at 50 taters. From loaded taters that are legendary in North Alabama to sizzling steaks, tantalizing barbecue plates, burgers, and simply irresistible salads, the choices are endless. Fill up before the big game at 50 Taters in Rainsville at 770 East Main Street. Open Wednesday through Saturday 11 to 8 and Sundays 11 till 2:30. 50 Taters. It's taterific.
Now back to the Farmers Telecommunications broadcast booth for Fyffe Red Devil football on Fun Radio.
It's going to be a run up the gut by Campbell, and that will run out the clock after the timeout. Coaches chat once more, presented by Southern Ceramic Solutions. Bryce Tuthrow standing by with Coach Paul Benefield.
Well, Coach, what's your thoughts on this first half being up 14-0?
Big score there right before half. Good throw and real physical team and physical game. They're going to come back strong, and they might have been getting over that long trip and come back strong this half. We've got to keep playing.
Already. Well, as Coach said, it was huge to get that score before the half because this game got bogged down quick and in a hurry. Both offenses able to find a little bit here and there, then all of a sudden it's one step forward, two steps back kind of a thing there, Greg.
Yeah, again, we had some great drives. Lauderdale County had some really good offensive drives, but just, they weren't able to finish the deal, and that's hurt them right now.
Our score at halftime, 5-14, Lauderdale County nothing. When we come back, we get into the Applebee's halftime report here on Fun Radio. We'll be joined by a special guest in just a moment, a new friend of mine, and I look forward to chatting it up with him in a moment. We'll also get you updated on the Rainsville Glass LLC in-game scoreboard, as well as check in with Jeremy Johnson on the stats and how that first half looked as we prepare for the second half. Fyffe up only 14-0, but they do get the ball to start the second half. Halftime report is coming your way right after this break here on Fun Radio, Fun 92.7 FM HD2.
It takes personal commitment to build a winning football team like the Fyffe Red Devils. The same personal commitment you'll experience with W.T. Wilson Funeral Chapel in Rainsville. A personal commitment to provide you with the care you expect and deserve. A personal commitment to provide affordable funeral services. More than just words, it's a personal commitment from W.T. Wilson Funeral Chapel, Highway 75, Rainsville. Congratulations, Red Devils. Your personal commitment has made us proud.
For 3 generations, Watkins Heating and Cooling has been your trusted name in HVAC service. Proudly serving Jackson and DeKalb counties since 1987, we offer extensive residential and commercial heating and cooling solutions. Our team at Watkins Heating and Cooling is dedicated to your comfort and satisfaction. We're open Monday through Friday from 7:30 a.m. to 4 p.m. Call us today at 256-657-2371 or visit WatkinsHeatingandCoolingLLC.com. Watkins Heating and Cooling LLC, where quality service runs in the family. Alabama license number 21097.
In DeKalb County, your voice matters. Stay connected with Voice of DeKalb, where we celebrate your stories and keep you connected to the community. From local news to high school sports and events, Voice of DeKalb reports only the good news because that's what we need in today's time. Have breaking or exciting news, or maybe a feel-good story to share with your hometown? Tell us about it at voiceofdecab.com or email Marla at voiceofdecab.com. Call us at 256-605-4427. Your voice, your stories, your DeKalb.
When you're ready to protect and elevate your vehicle's appearance, look no further than Southern Ceramic Solutions. As the only certified System X ceramic installer in Northeast Alabama, we offer industry-leading ceramic coatings for unbeatable protection and a stunning finish. Our services include complete interior and exterior detailing, paint enhancement and correction, headlight restorations, and more. Whether you need a one-time service or our monthly maintenance program, our licensed and insured family-owned business is here for you at 1595 Main Street in Fyffe. Call 256-440-1520 for a quote today or visit SouthernCeramicSolutions.com.
Realtors you can trust. Realtors that are thankful for you. That's South State Realty. South State Realty can walk buyers through the process, help them get pre-approved, and find their dream home. Let South State Realty do a comparative home analysis to find just the right time to sell. Make your buying or selling process stress-free. Call Ashley, Tina, and the team at South State Realty at 256-638-SOLD. That's 256-638-7653. View homes at southstaterealty.com.
Get ready to build your ultimate trio at Applebee's in Fort Payne. Choose 3 appetizers from our mouth-watering selection of 10 and pair them with 3 irresistible dipping sauces. From classic bone-in wings to brew pub pretzels and beer cheese dip, mozzarella sticks to chicken quesadillas and more, there's endless combinations, making every bite a new adventure. Open 7 days a week. Visit your local Applebee's restaurant in Fort Payne at 111 Airport Road West. Applebee's, eating good in the neighborhood.
Now it's time for the Applebee's Halftime Show on 92.7 HD2, presented by your local Applebee's restaurant in Fort Payne. Applebee's, eating good in the neighborhood.
Well, Fyffe certainly ate good on that last drive before that halftime break offensively to put themselves up 14-0 here at halftime. Welcome into the Applebee's Halftime Report on Fun Radio. As I mentioned, Fyffe up 14-0 on the Lauderdale County Tigers. The most important part of that, though, is that they will get the football to start the second half. I'm Adam Ward alongside Greg Mears, Jeremy Johnson, Bryce Tuthero, our Ace Auto Sales sideline reporter. A special guest has joined us here in the FTC broadcast booth this evening. I had the opportunity, the first time that I've got to meet him in person, but we've chatted on the phone numerous times, even got on a video chat. None other than Ed Moore, the Director of Human Resources for Applebee's Corporation. And first of all, Ed, welcome to the broadcast, my friend. It is good to chat with you.
It is an honor to be here, and I appreciate the opportunity.
Ed, first of all, you're a sports guy. I've mentioned obviously you're the Human Resources Director for Applebee's, but you're a sports guy. This is sort of your realm. You're also an official with the AHSAA in basketball in particular. Tell me a little bit about yourself here and what this kind of means to get to watch high school football versus getting to call basketball and other sports I know you're involved in.
Well, one of the most important things is I get a chance to kind of watch the game from a different perspective, and also when I'm on the court, I'm so focused on what I'm doing, I don't have time to look at the things peripherally. But when I'm watching a game, I have a chance to watch the audience. I can also see the coaches and see how they interact with the players, and then I can kind of put those two things together. Because oftentimes when you hear fans making calls and saying things about things that I know didn't happen, I can kind of watch and say, okay, I can put that to the side, because you have fans saying offside or holding or traveling. So I can focus on what I'm doing, and it gives me a better perspective.
Yeah. Man, I that was the best, almost politically correct answer I have ever heard to address the fans, especially in a basketball game. JJ, you were a stat keeper for basketball for a number of years.
I just want to say something to Ed. I sat at the scores table for my son played here at Fyffe, and played some long season, but a lot of basketball games. And one of the things I had to do as a parent is I actually agreed to sit at the scores table because I knew it would keep my mouth shut. But I've seen some interesting things happen with fans and the officials during a basketball game for sure.
And typically it's with parents.
Yeah, it is.
They're probably. And one thing about sitting at the scores table, you're not allowed to have a favorite.
That's right.
Because I've had on several opportunities I had to tell the official who's keeping the book, you have to be neutral.
Yeah.
You can't make any kind of noise one way or the other.
Hey, I got one question, and I'll be quiet.
You're
but
good.
have you ever had to eject the scoreboard operator from a game?
Never. I just had to admonish them once, but never eject them.
True story. Sitting local team up here. The official ejected the scoreboard operator, and we had to find somebody to run the scoreboard because he was from the home team. And he was trained to operate it. So true story. I'd never seen that before in my entire life.
Yeah,
I was just wondering.
That is the problem. If that's the home team, you have to find someone else to come and keep the score.
Yeah, absolutely.
Unfortunately, there's not many people that know how to operate those things anymore. I'm usually the one. I even had to help teach our principal here at Fyffe how to do the one for football here. I'm usually the guy getting up here early enough to handle that kind of thing. Ed, as I mentioned, not only doing the basketball side of things, but as well as being a part of the Applebee's Corporation Director of HR. First of all, let me apologize for having to put up with the guy to your back right over there.
That's what I say.
No, Greg is great. I mean, I'm not just saying it. I remember when I first met Greg, I said, this guy's seasoned, because we had a situation we had to manage.
Yeah.
And Greg was spot on. So Greg's the real deal.
Yeah.
Okay. In operations.
I agree with you.
Listen,
go ahead.
I've said in that
Rebuttal
investigation, no, it's not rebuttal. It's two things. First off, you do not want to be on the other end of that because I witnessed that part too. He's like Jack McCoy on Law and Order. You don't want none of that. And because of his sports background too, I know that I can truthfully say I'm one of the people that I don't mind when I see Ed's name on the on my phone.
Well, I can say that I don't work for Applebee's, and in the 3 weeks, I guess, that you and I have been friends, we've talked on the phone probably 4 or 5, maybe 6 times, exchanged emails, got on a video chat with each other. I'm one of those, Greg, that you can count as I don't dread seeing the name pop up on my phone. I know I'm going to get a good conversation, whether it be about something business related or just learning more about the other. Tell me a little bit about what you do for Applebee's, being the Director of Human Resources.
Right now, my official title is HR consultant.
Okay.
I was director of human resource with them for about 8 years, and then I took a break and I retired. And I came back and they asked me to be a consultant with them, and I've been a consultant with them now about 3.5 years.
Okay.
And it's a wonderful group. Fred Guston, Rick Hauser, the guys that I work with are fantastic, including Greg. We're going to include Greg in this, okay?
Include Greg.
Yeah, we're going to include Greg. But that's basically what I do. I try and maintain some consistency, some camaraderie, and also try to build teams.
Yeah.
As well as every now and then I have to discipline people
Sure.
and kind of keep us within in compliance.
Yeah.
So.
Well, you're also down there in the Birmingham area, but you have a lot that you have to oversee. Of course, you are one of the guys that has to, week in and week out, I believe it's on Mondays, you guys always have a teams meeting, if you will, to kind of make sure everybody's on the same page. One of the things that you and Applebee's I have noticed has really kind of tried to put a stamp on is more community, local involvement, if you will, and trying to be, make sure that folks know, hey, we're still here. We want to be here for you. We're here to help you in any way we can. The ad campaigns and everything are nice, but it goes beyond that when you start talking about trying to get involved in things such as, i.e., this very broadcast with Applebee's sponsoring the halftime show for the second year, and we're so thankful for that. But Applebee's and your team, I know there's a lot on your team that you have to work with to do this. You guys are really trying to make sure that the folks in every community where you've got an Applebee's, not just in that local town or city, but outreaching into the outlier areas, know that you guys are there for them.
That's
right?
absolutely true. Wade Crawford, our director of marketing, we try to make sure we're a neighborhood, family environment where we want to make sure we're involved, like, for instance, in Greg's market and different markets. We want to make sure we're in 5 states,
Yeah.
and we want to try and make sure we're part of the community.
Yeah.
And do as much as we can to get involved. As a matter of fact, Veterans Day, we have something special going on to honor and support our veterans. So that's just part of what we try to do as an organization, to give back to the community.
Very nice. Can you tell us about what that is? What's going on for Veterans
On Veterans
Day?
Day, all our veterans get a free meal. Come in, bring an ID. There's a select menu that we have for them, and we want to make sure we honor them. And we've been doing this for years now, on Veterans Day, where everyone comes in and they're allowed to eat free.
Yeah.
And you can't beat that. For what the sacrifice they've made for us, that's the least we can give back to them.
Ed, before we let you go, I got to ask you one question about this game in particular. Correct me if I'm wrong. I think this is the first time you've got to see a Fyffe football game. What have you liked about the first half here? I know this can be a lot different than what we typically see down there in the Birmingham area.
No, good football is good football.
Yeah.
And I enjoy this. I like the running game. I saw the difference. I was sitting next to a gentleman who said the coach got this offense from Texas.
Yeah.
It's something similar to the Veer or the. It's different.
Yeah.
And I like it. It's exciting. The crowd's involved, and it's enjoyable. It's unfortunate I just got here.
Yeah.
I wish I would have known about Fyffe. I've heard about them, but I've never been here, and I'm honored to be here. And it's a great crowd, and the environment is fantastic, and I'm looking forward to the second half.
Yeah. Well, Ed, I'm so glad you came up, and first of all, getting to meet you face-to-face in person rather than on a screen or a phone call. Greg, did you have one more question you wanted? I saw you put the headset. Go ahead.
Well, I was just going to turn it back to basketball a little bit for him and ask
go ahead.
Ask Ed, who is the best basketball player you've ever called a game, but, that was involved in actually calling a game for a basketball player?
Oh, man.
Whoa. Well, that's a great question. There was this guy in Memphis. He was in the 8th grade. And he was probably one of the best ball players I'd ever called the game officiate. I'm trying to see who was the best player I ever called. Wow, it goes way back, Greg. I can't say.
Yeah.
I've seen a lot of good players. One of the best players I've ever seen is Enos Watley.
Enos, yes, sir.
Yeah.
Out of Phillips High School.
Yep.
I saw Buck Johnson.
Yeah.
I go way back. I saw Charles Cleveland.
Oh, yeah.
Bibb County. Kent Looney.
Kent Looney out here, Gunnersville here.
Yeah, so I've seen so many. It would be difficult for me to single out one, and then they would sound being biased. So
I should have gave you a heads up. Sorry.
I was going to say, I think you covered a good chunk of the state there, all over the map. That was pretty doggone good.
Yeah.
There was only one name I didn't know out of all those either. So now I'm starting to feel my age a little bit.
Don't worry about it.
I turned 35 today. So, but anyway, I'm starting to feel it. Ed, thank you so much for coming up, my man, and it's great to chat with you. And stay in touch, please.
I appreciate it. I look forward to the opportunity and the partnership. Thank you so much for everybody. And I appreciate Greg introducing us, because I asked Greg, who do you have? Greg said, I got the perfect man for you.
Oh.
And Adam, I got to admit, you were the best by far guest trivia person on our conference call. And I'm not just saying that because I'm up here. You should have saw the hand claps you got on the screen as you left, and I appreciate the opportunity.
Well, thank you, Ed. That means a lot to me. Hope we get to work together again in the very near future, brother.
Hope so, man. Thank you. Appreciate
Ed Moore with Applebee's Corporation. Applebee's eating good in the neighborhood. We will be back as we get things back towards the football side of this equation. We'll give you the update off the Rainsville Glass LLC in-game scoreboard, as well as our stats rundown from Jeremy Johnson. That comes your way next as the Fyffe Red Devil Marching Band entertains the crowd here at halftime.
Get ready to build your ultimate trio at Applebee's in Fort Payne. Choose 3 appetizers from our mouth-watering selection of 10 and pair them with 3 irresistible dipping sauces. From classic bone-in wings to brew pub pretzels and beer cheese dip, mozzarella sticks to chicken quesadillas and more, there's endless combinations, making every bite a new adventure. Open 7 days a week. Visit your local Applebee's restaurant in Fort Payne at 111 Airport Road West. Applebee's, eating good in the neighborhood.
It's football time in Alabama. The players are hitting the field, the cheerleaders are firing up the crowd, the drum major's striking up the band, and we all stand for the national anthem. This is Congressman Robert Adderholt. While you cheer your favorite team this season, I'll be on President Trump's team shaking things up in Washington. When we stand on conservative principles, it's a win for everyone. I'm Robert Adderholt, and I approve this message.
Paid for by Adderholt for Congress.
A cracked windshield isn't just a distraction, it's a hazard. That's why Rainsville Glass, LLC, owned by Josh and Randa Brandon, is here to give you peace of mind. Rainsville Glass handles more than just auto glass. They also offer residential, business, and commercial glass services. From repairing power windows to replacing a cracked window at home to upgrading storefront glass, they do it all with quality you can trust. Call today for a quote at 256-638-7888 or stop by 3204 Main Street East. Rainsville Glass, LLC. Clear solutions for your car, home, or business.
Petals Flower Shop is proud to support Big Red and is owned and operated by Jennifer Ashley. Jennifer takes the time to understand her clients' needs, making every interaction personal and thoughtful. Petals Flower Shop offers a wide selection of beautiful, fresh, and soaked flowers. Daily deliveries available for funerals, weddings, or any special occasion. Call 256-623-2763. Like Petals Flower Shop on Facebook or stop by their new location at 2236 Main Street, Shiloh in Rainsville, right beside W.T. Wilson Funeral Home. Petals Flower Shop, thoughtfully arranged, beautifully delivered.
You'll like banking at People's Independent Bank and PIB Mortgage. Here, you'll receive a high level of personal service, a full array of accounts and services, a variety of mortgage loans, local loan decisions, and you will see active corporate citizenship throughout our footprint. Step up to true community banking at People's Independent Bank. PIBOnline.com. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender. NMLS number 466340. Go Red Devils!
Feel better with just one visit to Pennies from Heaven Spa and get started today on your wellness journey with us. We offer deep tissue massages, relaxation and fire cupping, signature facials, chemical peels, and hydrofacials, hair removal, injections of both Botox and Juvederm. We customize and personalize your wellness journey. So call us today at Pennies from Heaven Spa, where you come to get away at 256-638-9772 or 256-638-9SPA.
Back to the Applebee's halftime show on 92.7 HD2. Applebee's in Fort Payne, eating good in the neighborhood.
Ed Moore saying his goodbyes here, although you're more than welcome to hang around and get the great vantage point up here. Heck, I'll even listen. We all get a +1 on our passes.
Yeah.
Bryce doesn't have his +1. She's in Coleman tonight. I'll let you walk the sideline with Bryce if you want to and get you a real good bird's eye view of the action. Adam Ward, Bryce Tuthero, Greg Mears, Jeremy Johnson here with you as we continue with the Applebee's halftime report. Eating good in the neighborhood here this evening. Jeremy Johnson, you've got our stats lined up from that first half. It was a bit stagnant at times, but Five kind of woke up there right at the end of the half when it mattered most.
Well, probably not what we expect out of Fyffe when you compare that with a couple of weeks ago at Geraldine, but ended well. Had a couple opportunities missed, but start with Maddox Doss. Nothing on the ground really to note. Of course, he had to recover that fumble for 11-yard loss. But Maddox was I'm running out of space, too, by the way. JB will have to add us if we're going to keep passing the ball like this. So we were 3 for 5 in a passing game for 41 yards and a touchdown. The biggest thing, obviously, the touchdown pass was huge, the 9-yard touchdown pass to Hayden Parker. But the 15-yard pass, I said Hayden Parker, Ryder Smith, but the 15-yard pass to Hayden Parker really saved that drive and saved the drive. So, Bryce, good passing yardage there. Of course, the normal, our bell cow, Ryder Gibson, has 12 carries for 100 yards, even unofficial stats, and a touchdown there. So that constitutes our 2 scores. Hayden Parker made another huge play on the old fumblerooski, I'll call it that, to get a first down, 49 yards. But he has 51 for the game and also the 15-yard catch. And then that pretty much rounds out our offense. And, good ending to the half. Hopefully we can pick that up in the second half with the possession, the first possession.
All right. We will check our Rainsville Glass LLC scoreboard right here for a moment as scores continue to update here. I'm gonna force an update because I know one is a little out of date here, and it's the one that we have to keep an eye on. Piedmont running all over Phil Campbell in the second quarter. It is 53-6. Winner of this game gets the winner of that game, and right now, unless Phil Campbell launches a massive nuclear strike, it appears that it will be Piedmont in that second round. Other games of note, Fort Payne and Athens. Fort Payne up 17-7 on the Golden Eagles. Plainview is up 14-6 on Brooks. It appears to be a field goal game for Brooks right now, 2 field goals for the, I think they're the Lions as well. I think Brooks is. I may be wrong on that. Muscle Shoals up 24-6 on May Jemison Lexington. In a tough one with North Sand Mountain at last report, it is 10-7 in the second quarter. Gunnersville and Priceville, last look, 7-0 our score. Gunnersville on top. And West Morgan on top of Randolph, 27-14. Geraldine beginning to pull away from Rogers late in the first half, 28-3. And Scottsboro running away from West Point, 28-0. And in case you're wondering, Mars Hill also shutting down Whitesburg Christian, 49-0. We'll take one final timeout. When we come back, we'll get quick second half thoughts as we prepare for the second half of action as both teams have made their way out to the field for the second half warm-up. We'll be back right after this Fyffe up 14-0. The second half is on its way on the Fun Radio Sports Network.
This has been the Applebee's Halftime Show, presented by your local Applebee's restaurant in Fort Payne. Applebee's, eating good in the neighborhood. The second half kickoff is on its way next on Fun Radio.
Get ready to build your ultimate trio at Applebee's in Fort Payne. Choose 3 appetizers from our mouth-watering selection of 10 and pair them with 3 irresistible dipping sauces. From classic bone-in wings to brew pub pretzels and beer cheese dip, mozzarella sticks to chicken quesadillas and more, there's endless combinations, making every bite a new adventure. Open 7 days a week. Visit your local Applebee's restaurant in Fort Payne at 111 Airport Road West. Applebee's, eating good in the neighborhood.
When it's time to celebrate that special person or team, call the professionals at North Alabama Trophies. Deborah Crawford and her staff offer a wide variety of plaques and trophies in different sizes and designs. And don't forget, North Alabama Trophies is more than just plaques and trophies, designing magnets, sports uniforms, t-shirts, custom sweatshirts, and children's clothing, and offers embroidery for hats, shirts, and more. 759 Main Street East in Rainsville. Call 256-638-8572. North Alabama Trophies.
The right logo makes you memorable, the right website makes you credible, and the right marketing makes you profitable. Let Navexa Marketing and Design help bring your vision to life. From stunning website design and eye-catching logos to powerful social media marketing and custom graphic design, we help your business stand out. Call us at 256-440-1145 or follow us on Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok. And visit us online at navexamarketing.com. Navexa Marketing and Design, driven by data, defined by design.
Looking for a career that pays? Northeast Alabama Community College has the training you need with their brand new Workforce Development Skills Training Center and 15 career tech programs, including welding, industrial electronics, and machine tool technology. You'll get the hands-on skills to land a great job fast. Day, night, and online classes fit your schedule, and certificate programs help you start earning sooner. Learn more and begin your future at nacc.edu.
With 7 championship trophies, we're going to need a bigger shelf. The Fyffe Red Devils on Fun Radio.
Prepare for the second half kickoff, brought to you by Fyffe Pharmacy, the Health Mart pharmacy that cares for you and about you. Fyffe will receive to start the second half, barring any sort of trickeration from Lauderdale County. It's been a bit of a defensive slugfest, Greg. What do you need to see in the second half if you're the Red Devils?
Well, for Fyffe, you need to see the same thing on defense that they've been doing. They kind of a bend, don't break, which is a little bit different for them, but they've held Lauderdale County pretty much in check. Got to get the offensive running game going a little bit too.
Bryce Tutherow, Lauderdale County, able to move the ball a bit, but unable to finish.
Yeah, I mean, it feels almost like both teams. I mean, Fyffe's only scored 14 points, but they've been in the red zone, and Lauderdale's on side, and Lauderdale's been in Fyffe's red zone, and it's just Lauderdale can't finish, but who knows, they might be able to finish in the second half.
How big is this first drive for both squads, Greg?
Oh, this is huge. If Fyffe could make this a 3-score game, then that's when you start talking about Lauderdale County starting to push and starting to feel like they got to make something happen, and that's usually when the mistakes start.
Lauderdale County, foot to leather, a very high short kick, reined in by, I believe that's Ryder Smith. No, it's not. That would be Maddox. I noticed it wasn't Ryder Smith when Ryder Smith came flashing across my eyeballs. Maddox reined in the ball and maybe gained a yard when all was said and done.
That was like a moonshot. They were almost standing there waiting for him just as soon as he caught the ball. Great job holding on to it.
First down and 10 for the Red Devils. Ian Slayton into the ball game on that offensive front. He will line up at right guard. Ball spotted at the 33. Direct snap, Ryder Gibson. Ryder coming to the near side. Man in from behind. Cannot get him. Ryder Gibson in a foot race. Ryder Gibson's going to outlast everybody. One play, 10-5. Touchdown, Red Devils.
Maybe I just need to stay down there. Wow.
Get out. No, just kidding.
Well, that's what you'd like to see.
Isn't that what the Terminator once said? Get out.
No, he said get down.
That time Ryder Gibson said, come with me if you want to live, to see the second round of the playoffs, and live did Ryder Gibson there on a massive, 67-yard touchdown run?
Yeah, I mean, just, again, great run. got him on that outside, and that's what I thought Fyffe would be trying to do more of, is getting him outside the tackle box.
Jay Carter-Lyles will attempt the extra point. I'm not saying a word, except that it is brought to you by Navexa Marketing. Snap is good. Hold is good. Kick is up from Lyles. It is right down the middle. Up and good. 21-0. Red Devils on top. Back in a moment here at the very early stages of the third on the Fun Radio Sports Network.
Morning Glory is a locally owned and operated assisted living residence in Fyffe, providing exceptional care to those who can no longer live alone or prefer a safe and comfortable environment. We provide medication administration, bathing and dressing, all meals, housekeeping, and personal care assistance. Enjoy our family-style dining room, furnished porches, beauty salon, free cable TV, along with educational, devotional, and recreational activities. Our trained staff is available 24 hours a day. Call 256-623-2626 or visit morninggloryalf.net.
They work hard. They play hard. Liberty Bank is a proud supporter of our local student athletes. For 50 years, Liberty Bank has been your local bank with prompt local decision-making, individualized services, and a team of professionals that's committed to building relationships with every transaction. Whatever your financial needs, remember, Liberty Bank is always on your team. Liberty Bank supports and celebrates the student athletes for their hard work and commitment to teamwork. Let's hear it for all of our student athletes. Good luck on a winning season. Liberty Bank, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
Fun 92.7 HD2.
Maddox kicks it away, reined in at the 15-yard line, rather. Watkins on a return finds a crease. Watkins trying to turn some men around in red jerseys. He will get brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line, but what a great return to set up Lauderdale County, 51 yards away from a score.
Yeah, that's been Fyffe's bugaboo a little bit. That left side of the kickoff coverage has been causing us some troubles the last 3 or 4 games. So they obviously saw that on film and took it that way.
First down and 10 at the 49-yard line. Lauderdale County needing an answer in a big, big way, down 3 scores now. This game looks a whole lot different just one play into the second half. Quick pass, near side, in and out of the hands of the intended receiver. That's that 18 we don't have a name for. Second down and 10. That was a quick little 5-yard hitch. I thought the ball was well thrown, Greg. He just didn't bring it in.
Yeah, just couldn't quite get it in. May have heard those little pitty-patter of footsteps, but was not able to bring it into that body.
Bryce Tutherow has got our Rainsville Glass LLC in-game scoreboard, our Collins Constructor scoring recap.
Yes, it was one play for a total of 64 yards, and it was Ryder Gibson on a run for the 67 yards, and it took him 13 seconds to score.
Let me correct myself. Collins Constructors with our scoring recap. Dig deep, build better. I had to dig deep to make sure I got that one right after stumbling over myself. Second down and 10. Man comes in motion from right to left. Pats the quarterback on the butt, says we're ready. It's a pitch. Watkins, left side. Watkins maybe gets 2 yards from 149 to the other to set up third down and 8. And a couple of red jerseys there, including Connor Hutcherson and Weston Evans, to bring him down.
Fantastic job turning that ball back in. Did not let him get outside and get the corner, and just put him right into the waiting arms of the other Devils.
Ian Slayton will come off, needing a break. Look how dark red that front of the jersey is for Ian. He is sweating bullets.
What does that mean?
It means that young man is putting in work. Third down and 8. 49-yard line, play action. Curtis rolls out right. Near side, caught. I think he jumped out of bounds. I think he was in the air when he caught it and landed out of bounds.
Yeah,
but they're going to say a first down.
Nah, he landed and both feet in and then hopped out. Yeah.
Did he, Bryce?
Yeah, he jumped out, landed both in, and jumped out.
All right. We'll defer to your better judgment there on that third down and 8.
Can we have that reviewed by New York? Where's Gene Steratore at when you need it?
Well, as long as we don't get a couple of others of those, I could live with that. Here's a give to Watkins. Watkins bounces off a man in the backfield, but cannot get away the second time. Nice swarming to the ball after Watkins initially stiff-armed Cooper Harrison in the backfield, but Connor Hutcherson, Weston Evans, and company were there to bring him down. Second down and 15.
Man, there was some hitting going on out there, too. That was some very much sticks right there.
Bryce's Mike caught a few good pops there, JJ. That was impressive.
Yeah, and Cooper Harrison actually disrupted that play and did a great job of slowing it down.
Second down and 15. Great point. 3-step quick drop. Fires far right side. Man catches it, gets slung down at the 35-yard line. It's a 10-yard gain. Third down and 5 on the reception. Tyrion Sharpley, the 5'10", 170-pound senior. We've called his name a bit tonight. Now with that pass, I would dare say this is two-down territory, down 3 scores.
Oh, yeah, I would think so, too. So it kind of opens up all the playbook, too, just being 3rd and 5.
A little over 9 minutes left to go here in this third. Play action. Curtis going to roll out right. Pump fakes. Throws comeback route in and out of the hands of 18. Again, 4th down.
Yeah, 18 struggling a little bit tonight. That's 3 drops that were catchable balls.
I will say Lauderdale's quarterback, he's putting it right in the chest every pass.
Yeah.
I mean,
I was about to say the same thing. I think he's doing his part.
Yeah.
Even with that, though, that would still have been a 4th down. We're doing 4th and 2, though, but still, catchable ball should have had it.
4th and 2 is a lot better than 4th and 5, which is what they're facing right now. From the 35-yard line, they need the 30. We've seen them convert tonight. In fact, they're 1 of 2 on 4th down conversions. Quick play action. Curtis is going to step up, fire. A man is open, but he overthrows him by about 6 yards. Incomplete. Turnover on downs. He had a man. Watkins was that man. He had a step on Maddox Doss. Brody Freeman was trying to get back there to close that gap as well. That ball was overthrown. Had it been right on the money, we're talking 6. That's a couple of times tonight that Fyffe has been very fortunate not to give up a long pass play.
Yeah, it sure is. And again, Lauderdale County just misfiring a little bit when it counts the most. They've been able to move the ball, but they just can't get it across that goal line.
Yeah, they desperately needed to answer right there.
1st down and 10. Maddox back in the game at quarterback after direct snapping to Ryder on that previous one-play drive. Ryder doesn't need to take the direct snap. He'll just take the handoff directly to the end zone. 30, 20, 10, 5. Touchdown, Red Devils. I had to make sure to get higher than the air horn.
That's the Ryder that we didn't see 2 weeks ago against Geraldine. He's definitely back. Different competition, though, obviously, but a great job right there opening up the hole.
I think I know what you're about to say.
Well, 2 carries for 132 yards and 2 touchdowns. So, yeah.
Just in the third quarter.
Yeah, just, yeah. So
what does that remind you of? Any game in particular?
There's so many. There's many of them.
There's one.
Pisgah or Collinsville?
Yes.
Pisgah was the third quarter where he had nearly 300 yards in the third quarter alone.
How could I even not forget that?
It's okay. You've only been to one game in like 5 weeks.
Hey,
wow.
I was waiting. Oh, here we go. We were waiting on it. Yeah.
Jay Carter Lyles extra point attempt presented by Navexa Marketing is up and good. 28-0 our score. The Red Devils are opening up one here on Lauderdale County in the third. We'll take a break. Be back in a moment on the Fun Radio Sports Network.
There's nothing like the sound of rain on a metal roof. JC Metal Roofing provides all types of quality metal roofing for your home or even your barn with the ag panels. JC Metal Roofing products are snap-lock standing seam. Trust the metal roofing company with over 12 years in business that offers guaranteed work from a licensed and insured professional serving all of North Alabama. Call 256-996-2678 and follow JC Metal Roofing on Facebook for current projects. JC Metal Roofing.
Come see Brandon and Cherie Rains at Fyffe Pharmacy, your independently owned Health Mart pharmacy for all your prescription and over-the-counter needs. Brandon and Cherie grew up in Fyffe and have served the community for many years. Local people who know and care about you. Fyffe Pharmacy is open Monday through Friday, 8 a.m. to 6 p.m., Saturday, 8 a.m. till noon, and closed on Sundays. Health Mart, taking the time to listen and care.
Fun 92.7 HD2.
Short kickoff for Lauderdale County, reined in around the 35 and only gain about 4 on the return to the 39-yard line. Let's go down to Bryce Totherow for our Collins Constructors scoring recap. I got it right that time, Bryce.
Well, once again, it was Ryder Gibson on one play on a run for a total of 64 yards, and it took him 10 seconds. 3 less than last time.
I knew you'd have it ready. One play, I mean, hey. Fyffe has touched the ball twice. Literally 2 times, 2 snaps in this third quarter. And we don't even have 3 minutes off the third quarter clock yet. 1st down and 10, handoff up the gut across the 40 to the 43-yard line. Goes that fullback for a gain of 4. 2nd down and 6 upcoming.
Lauderdale's starting to look tired out there.
Well, when you make 4 or 5 guys chase Ryder Gibson for 60 yards plus, you're going to get tired when you have to play both ways.
Yeah.
Second down and 6.
It seems like Gibson's tired too. He's having to take a break.
43-yard line. Give. Coming near side. Watkins doesn't go anywhere. Stopped at the line of scrimmage by Cooper Harrison. Third down. Cooper that time didn't like, I think, getting stiff-armed on the last outing, so that time he's able to take care of business.
Yeah, no, he wasn't gonna let that happen to him the second time around. So great play there by Cooper.
Third down, 6 to go, 43-yard line.
He's played really well this game on the defensive side.
I have to agree.
Yeah.
Third down and 6 upcoming. Lauderdale County moving left to right, down 28-0. Fyffe feign blitz. Hutcherson's going to drop out in coverage. It does him no good. Fourth down is the ball. One hops to the receiver, the intended target, Tyreen Sharpley, and it'll bring up fourth down and 6 to go.
Bryce, did that one get touched at the line, or did it just kind of block the view?
Yeah, he just blocked the view, and it was just underthrown.
Yeah, this is not the position a running team wants to be in, down 28, and now they're forced to pass the ball, which is not something they're just really comfortable with.
Maddox was backing up for a moment, acting like he was going to go back deep to field a punt. It appears that Lauderdale County is going to go for it. They break the huddle with 9 seconds on the play clock. 4 seconds, 3 seconds. They do snap it. They're going to run it. Double handoff. Coming near side. Cooper Harrison is there to wrangle him up in the backfield. Boy, he had to hold onto that jersey. That jersey got stretched about 2, maybe 3 yards. Richard Green could not go anywhere, and Cooper Harrison, have yourself a defensive night.
Yeah. That is what you do. That's what you're taught from like the 4th grade on. If you're playing that end, you are as deep as the deepest back, and that's exactly what he did and did not allow him around that corner. Fantastic play right there.
Stayed at home. That was the key to that play. Stay at home. Now with that turnover on downs, it'll be Fyffe football in positive territory at the Tiger 35. Third touch of this ball game, and who does it go to? Ryder Gibson. He'll not, I repeat, not get a 35-yard touchdown run here, but it is a 5-yard gain to set up their first multiple play drive of the second half.
Boy, that 5 yards really hurts the average.
Well, what a pitiful carry.
We
set the bar. The Ryder sets the bar really high, so we have high expectations every time he touches it.
Yeah, y'all are acting sad he didn't score on the first play. Like, come on now, guys.
We're joking, obviously.
We're like those snotty Alabama fans.
Hey, easy now.
Yeah. I had to throw you a bone, Bryce. You're the only one on this crew that's not.
Easy.
Second down and 5. Give Ryder Gibson again. Ryder to the right side of the line. He might get a yard, and he literally gets just thrown down.
Yeah, his average is plummeting.
Stephen Darracott, the 5'5", 155-pound sophomore, brings him down. He got on top of Ryder for a moment, and when he realized he had leverage on Ryder, he literally just kind of pushed him down, and that was sort of the play to be made there. Fyffe's first third down attempt upcoming here of the second half. Third down and 4 at the 29-yard line.
I think Fyffe's completely happy with that clock ticking away and being very methodical. And
6 minutes and change left to go in the third. Wild Devil with Hayden Parker and Ryder Gibson. Direct snap. Ryder has trouble getting the snap. Ryder to the right side. Hayden Parker as his lead blocker, but he doesn't have any trouble picking up the Liberty Bank first down. He is inside the 25 to the 23-yard line. Liberty Bank, the bank that is always on your side. Their first third down attempt of the second half. A good one. Conversion for the Red Devils. First down and 10 at the 23.
And that clock keeps ticking.
Tick, 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 tick. And Fyffe is working their way to a date next week with Piedmont, which at the halftime break was up. Hold your breath, folks. 59-6.
Yeah.
At the half.
Yeah. Eat your vitamins and say your prayers, boys.
Yeah.
Can we throw some Wheaties in on that, too? First down and 10 at the 23. Hayden Parker takes the direct snap this time. Yeah, it's absolutely leveled. His helmet nearly came off when that was said and done, too. There's a flag on the far side of the field, so hold the phone for a minute here after a 2-yard gain from Hayden Parker. I think he said that's coming against Fyffe, and I hear Coach Benefield say just get out. And it'll be an illegal procedure penalty against Fyffe. Coach Benefield, I don't think, is I'm not sure if he's unhappy with the penalty or if he was just asking who it was.
I mean, when he yelled "get out," I wanted to take off running and get out.
Yes, sir. Yes, coach.
Dawes didn't get fully set for the play started. I seen that. I was wondering if he was going to call it.
That explains why he just kind of pushed Doss off to the side there onto the sideline for a moment.
Come join me for a little while, young man.
I think we'll be seeing direct snap here.
Hayden Parker, Ryder Gibson again. Takes the direct snap this time. Instead of following to the right with Hayden Parker, Ryder takes it to the left and gets down to the 22-yard line. Gain of about, let's see where they mark this. Gain of about 6. Second down and 9 upcoming. So you get the penalty yardage back and then a yard as well, so that helps. That's only 5-second penalty of the night, by the way.
Good job by Ryder. I think the blocks didn't materialize, and he just bounced it on out.
Yeah,
for that 6-yard gain.
Number 18's having a tough time catching the ball. He also had a little tough time on defense right there. I think he may have broke his ankle.
Rough night at the office.
Second down and 9. Wild Devil look again. When I say that, folks, just count on it being Hayden Parker and Ryder Gibson in the backfield. And now Fyffe is going to pop a timeout. Fyffe wants the timeout. They're going to get it. And as they take it, we will take it with them. Fyffe up 28-0 on top of Lauderdale County, and they are driving when you return to the Fun Radio Sports Network.
Experience the local legend in frozen treats at Froggy Freeze Shaved Ice. More than an ordinary stand, it's a Fyffe tradition, owned by 3 generations of Fyffe High School alumni who excel in serving smiles. Fully licensed, insured, and equipped with updated health permits. Our 3 trailers bring the party to you. Call 256-717-7239 for any occasion, large or small, from sporting events to family reunions, offering 35 flavors of shaved ice, plus hot chocolate, spiced cider, and coffee. Taste the hometown pride at Froggy Freeze Shaved Ice.
Do you need a place to save? Just start now. Get along for that first house. Caught in the storms of life, but just fair weather. You'll be safe. First State Bank will grow together.
First State Bank, locally owned and operated, where we can meet your needs personally and promptly with online banking featuring online bill pay, e-statement, mobile banking, mobile check deposit, debit, and credit cards.
First State Bank, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
This is the new home of the Fyffe Red Devils in North Alabama. Fun 92.7 HD2.
Blitz along the offensive front. Ryder Gibson, the direct snap. Not so much a Wild Devil here, but Ryder will get the first down as he acted like a Wild Devil, a lone man gunslinger, if you will.
It was almost like he got shot out of the cannon in the backfield there.
I want to point something out. We've not seen that look at all since the Geraldine game last season.
Yeah.
At the end of the regular season there.
Which was quite effective last year as well.
It was. That's I believe we've seen some splits tonight, but not that wide. That's the first time tonight, and really in a little over a year on the calendar that we have seen that type of play. First down and 10 around the 11-yard line. Fyffe can still get the first down. Maddox is back in at quarterback. Gets the check with me with Coach Benefield. Here's a give. Ryder Gibson up the gut. Ryder follows his left guard, left tackle. Gets maybe 3 yards. To the 8-yard line. Let's see where they mark this. They're going to put it around the 7. So that's a gain of 4.
I really like how Gibson, he always leans forward, jumps forward. Kind of like Anderson last year. I mean, got his legs stuck out from underneath him, but he don't just fall down. He leaps forward and gets some extra 3-4 yards every time.
Well, they learned from a pretty darn good one, I would say.
Yeah.
Second down and 6. By the way, I want to send our best out to Logan Anderson, who suffered a shoulder injury last week in practice and had to have surgery the very next day over there at Clemson. And he's in very good hands. We want to wish him the very best. Here's Ryder Smith on an end around, and he gets taken down inside the 5 at the 4-yard line. Not quite a first down. It'll be a third down and short upcoming. Ryder Smith got taken down at the ankles and just couldn't finish the drive. He had a wide open, gaping hole to the end zone.
Yeah, I think he just kind of didn't use his blocker very well at that point in time. Again, just a vision, not quite as good as it is for him in most time. But, hey, third and short, Fyffe's not worried about it with this clock running.
No, they are not.
Third and short's right where we want to be anyway.
Third down, 4-yard line. They need about the 1.5. Ryder Gibson goes in motion. It'll be a keeper by Maddox. Maddox slips through a tackle. Maddox slips across the goal line. Touchdown, Red Devils. Maddox Doss on the quarterback keeper will give way to the Navexa Marketing extra point attempt. Jay Carter, perfect on the night, puts on the square-toed boot. He is 4 of 4, looking to go 5 of 5. And if it's going to happen, it'll be right here.
That looks like a work boot he's putting on there.
He's having to work to get it on.
Yeah, he's struggling.
Bryce knows something about work boots, don't you?
Yeah, I got them steel toes on right now.
I knew he was going to say
Did he say steel toads?
He did.
Yeah.
He did. Yep, he said steel toed. Yeah, steel toads.
English ain't my strongest, guys.
Oh, I told you it would happen.
Adam, we're putting that on you, buddy.
Adam, that's your fault.
The doink.
A miss off the right upright from Jay Carter Lyles. He will stay at 4 made extra point attempts, 1 miss now. 34-0 our score as we enter into the latter phases of the third quarter. We'll be back in a moment on the Fun Radio Sports Network.
Attention football fans, this season don't let slow internet make you miss a single touchdown, tackle, or triumph. With our gigabit fiber internet, you get blazing fast speeds that keep you in the game. Stream every play in crystal clear HD. Blitz through online stats and video chat with fellow fans, all with zero lag. Don't fumble your connection, score big with our unbeatable fiber service. Call FTC and get your gigabit fiber internet just in time for the big game. Stay connected, stay ahead, stay unstoppable. Visit farmerstel.com or call us at 866-638-2144. FTC, we keep you connected.
Ready to lose weight and feel great? The Diet Consultants in Fort Wayne are here and ready to help. Owner Russell Hutcherson, CRNP, helps patients achieve their weight loss goals with weight loss medications and nutrition planning catered specifically to each patient with no consultation fees. Visit us at 1600 Galt Avenue South or call 256-426-3693 to schedule your appointment today and receive a new patient discount. Don't forget to like us on Facebook, The Diet Consultants. Your success is our priority.
Fyffe Red Devil football now live on Fun 92.7 HD2.
34-0 is our score. Lauderdale County with the football up to the 28-yard line on the kickoff return, and they are down huge with 2:09 left to go. This was a 14-0 ball game at the halftime break, and it even felt closer than that in reality at halftime. However, Fyffe has opened it up here in the third quarter with 20 more points put on the board. I wanted to say unanswered. Every point has been unanswered tonight.
True.
First down and 10 at the 28. What in the world was that?
That was a veer.
That's supposed to be a read option, I think, or
I think
something
so too.
there,
That was your veer right there, where you got the option to hand it off or take it and then go around the corner and pitch.
Well, the reason I say that though is because the quarterback never pulled his arms out. He gave the ball up, but then he stayed with this guy.
I don't
He
know.
assisted on the tackle.
I think he tried to
Pull
yank
it.
it out, but the running back wouldn't let go.
They were holding it together.
I know what the veer is, but in that case,
well, that's it. I don't think that running back wanted to release it.
Teamwork makes the dream work.
second down and 8. They'll give it to Watkins this time. He'll follow his blockers on the left. He'll get maybe 2 yards. Third down upcoming. I thought I saw a flag flying for a moment. My brain made me think about it for a moment. It was a football across the way flying along the bench there of Lauderdale County. They've got a backup quarterback over there throwing. Third down. And now whistles. Do we have an injured man?
Yeah, they had. He was down, and they stopped the clock, so I'm sure they're trying to get him to go out of the game.
It's Watkins. They are telling him to get out. Watkins told the man that was coming on to stay off, and the white hat walked up to him and said, "No, I'm talking about you. Get out of the game."
Yeah, he stopped the clock. The referee stopped the clock for him. He was down, and so once they do that, you've got to get out.
Good explanation there, Greg Mears. Third down and about 6 to go from the 32-yard line. 3-step drop. Looking to throw. They're going to call it a catch. I thought that ball might have hit the ground, but they will call it a catch on the reception. I don't have his number. He's wearing 6. He's not listed on our roster. Nevertheless, it is first down and 10 at the 47-yard line. A good diving attempt.
Yeah.
I was a little shielded from the ball. But
yeah, I think we all were. I think including the officials, too. I didn't really see anybody in position to make that call, to be quite honest with you.
The near side judge appeared to be the one to make it. First down and 10 at the 47-yard line. Give, left side, left tackle, left guard. He will follow for a 4-yard gain. Second down and 6 for Stephen Derricott, the sophomore fullback.
Love hearing that, fullback.
Yeah, I know.
Bring back the fullbacks.
You know, they don't really list them that way anymore on this. Everybody just goes, you're either a quarterback or you're a running back. There's no H-backs. There's no fullbacks. Heck, we even call one a sniffer.
Same way we don't have a curveball anymore. It's a sweeper or a cutter.
Yeah. Second down. Run up the gut. A gain of 2 to the 47. We'll bring up third down and about 4.
By the way, the Dodgers owe me a championship ring because I decided to watch and
pull for Toronto.
And lo and behold, they made a miraculous comeback.
I decided to watch and pull for Freddie Freeman. I'll never pull for the Dodgers.
Well, they made some great plays down the stretch.
Indeed, they did. That is the end of the third quarter. The Red Devils find themselves up 34-0. A 20-point third quarter for the Fyffe Red Devils. We'll be back for the start of the fourth in a moment on the Fun Radio Sports Network.
Looking to clear land, prep a site, or lay the groundwork for your next big project? Collins Constructors brings the muscle, the machines, and the mindset to get it done right. From excavation and grading to forestry, mulching, and underground utilities, we dig deep so you don't have to. Whether it's small residential jobs to large-scale commercial projects, when you're ready to break ground, don't just hire anyone. Visit collinsconstructors.com or call 256-440-0386. Collins Constructors, proudly built on faith. Dig deep. Build better.
The Clarkson Pennington Law Firm can handle your legal needs.
Everybody needs a hand sometimes. We'll be there for you. Everybody needs someone by the side. That's just what we'll do. You can put your trust in us at ClarksonFirm.com.
No representation is made that the quality of legal services to be provided is greater than the quality of legal services provided by other lawyers.
Begin final countdown. Now more Red Devil play-by-play. Fourth quarter. On Fun 92.7.
If you were watching on the broadcast booth cam on the Red Devil Radio Show Facebook and YouTube channels, you saw us standing in reverence, hands over hearts. It was not for a repeat of the national anthem. They done something we don't typically do here at Fyffe. Veterans Day is coming up. They were lowering the flag between the third and fourth quarter there for in honor of those who have served our country and have passed. So the lowering of the flag to taps taking place there between the third and the fourth quarter as we welcome you back to the FTC broadcast booth for the start of the fourth quarter. Adam Ward alongside Greg Mears and Jeremy Johnson. Bryce Tutherow is our Ace Auto Sales sideline reporter. It is third down and 4 to go for the Tigers of Lauderdale County. One more quarter left in their season, and they want to do something big here. Double handoff, going right side with it. And he will chug his way close to that first down marker. It'll depend on the spot. He was initially going to be stopped short, but the second effort ended up keeping those legs moving about 3 or 4 more steps, ended up getting him a first down, they say.
Little trickeration right there from Lauderdale County, too. Kind of a little double handoff thing. Scissors play back up the right side there.
Third down conversion, the second of 4 attempts here in the second half for Lauderdale County. First and 10 at the Red Devil 43-yard line. The way we all keep leaning forward, I'm going to have to adjust this camera again. They're going to look for a deep ball. Nobody is there, overthrown by 5 yards. Second down and 10. I feel like I've said that all night. Every time they go down the field, it's incomplete, overthrown. But I want to compliment Curtis there, the quarterback, Curtis Ritter, the 5'9", 145-pound junior. He's got an arm.
Yeah, that was a good throw. Like a long throw, anyway.
Well, yeah, I mean, from where he was standing, that's pretty much 50 in the air.
Yeah, that ball hit right at the goal line. Second down and 10. If he had a Terrell Owens out there or somebody, they could run underneath something like that easily. Second down and 10. They go full back, left side. Gain of about 4 to the 39. It'll bring up third down and 6 to go.
I just want to add that I don't think Ritter is 145 pounds.
No.
I think he's He's a little bit bigger than that.
I think this roster may have been submitted in like June.
And last year.
Put on a little weight in the weight room.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. These kids change quickly.
If he's 145, I'm 180.
Well, we know that's not true.
Exactly.
About the same, in the same respect, I know I'm not 180. I wish. Woo.
Man, oh, man, oh, man, oh, man. Cooper Harrison came in, Brody Freeman, rather, came in and cleaned the clock of the man who had technically already been put a stop to, and he did it legally on the carry, was Keyshawn Bowling. And right about the time Freeman is making contact, the whistle blows. So no flag for late hit. It's just a darn good hit.
Great hit.
4th down. Play action throw. Hayden Parker with pressure. And Curtis is going to go down at the 40-yard line. It's a sack. And a turnover on downs. Hayden Parker will not get credit for the sack. Instead, it appears to be Asher Godwin and even Chase Hutcherson with an assisted sack. But it is a 4th down failure on the conversion attempt. They are 0 for 3 on 4th down in this second half, and it'll be a turnover on down. Second sack of the night for the Red Devil defense.
Well, you've kind of switched the game around now. The defensive line can kind of pin their ears back because they know they're going to end up having to throw the ball, so they don't have to worry about the run quite as much. So, man, you've got those, especially the 2 defensive linemen or the stand-up ends over there are coming in like freight trains.
1st and 10 at the 39. Maddox had to count. He realized we only got 10 men on the field. Asher Godwin will come in to line up. Here's a give. Brody Freeman around the left side. Brody Freeman gets a great block from Hayden Parker. Brody Freeman, turn on the Jets, young man. Brody Freeman down to the 30-yard line. Lauderdale County territory. 39 to the 30 on the other side. What a run. 31 yards for Brody Freeman. And I was going to mention it a moment ago. This might be the time where you start pulling some of your X-Factor players and get some of these other guys some opportunities. Not necessarily that you go just completely young still at this point. You are in the 4th quarter, but you need to keep as many guys as you can healthy.
Yeah, exactly. You don't want somebody getting hurt now in a game like this. Even just a little tweak, not a serious injury, but just beat up more than they have to be beat up.
And, again, you want guys that has got some playoff snaps just in case.
Here is Hayden Parker. We're seeing a lot more of him tonight than we've had recently. A 5-yard carry, 2nd down and 5.
I think Bryce called that pregame.
He did.
Specifically.
5 yards and everything, right on the money.
Nostradamus.
English might
hey,
be my
that's
strong
my
suit,
title.
2nd down and 5. We will update you on our Rainsville Glass in-game scoreboard coming up in just a bit.
Or what was that game thing back in the day? Voltar?
Voltar, yes.
All.
Yeah, what was the Tom Hanks movie, Big?
Big,
playing Voltar or something to that extent.
2nd down and 5. Hayden Parker takes the snap from Maddox Doss. Hayden spins out of a tackle, breaking them left and right. We got a flag come in. It's right at that line of scrimmage. This may be holding on Fyffe.
Yeah, so we're going to have a hold or a face mask, one of the two.
It's a hold. Holding against Fyffe. That negates the Hayden Parker run, which would have gotten him about a yard shy of a 1st down. I love the way Hayden Parker runs the football. He's not the biggest. He's not the fastest. He does have a little size about him. And what he does have, he uses it to his advantage. He gets low with the ball. JJ, he's not afraid to lower the pads either.
Well, yeah, right. And the first contact's not going to bring him down. And, we've talked about that many times over the years. And, Fyffe backs, first contact never does that because if it does, you're not going to get to carry the ball. You'll be on the offensive line or whatever.
Let's try you out on defense, son.
After the holding penalty, 10 yards backed up now, 2nd down and 14. Give Brody Freeman left side. Woo! Brody tried to go high over the line. Instead, he pays for it and gets knocked back a yard. He'll lose a yard back to the 35. 3rd down and 15 upcoming now. They need the 20.
I think I felt that one from over here.
That was interesting.
7:50 left to go in the game. Brody Freeman trying his best to have a little hop in his step. Didn't work.
Well, he hopped, but he came back down to earth quickly.
Off the Rainsville Glass LLC in-game scoreboard, Plainview's up 28-6 over Brooks. It is Fort Payne doubling up Athens 24-10, and Fairview. Arabs keeping that one a little closer than what many thought. 14-7 to score in the third. Brody Freeman coming around the end, and he'll get wrapped up in the backfield for a 3-yard loss, setting up 4th down and 18. Now I think it's punt territory for Fyffe and try to pin them.
Yeah, there's no sense in going for it here. You're up by 34. Just like you say, if they're going to score, you're going to make them drive the ball.
Noah Gwynn will check into the ball game here. The senior. He's mainly just coming up to snap this football more than anything, I think. Yeah, there he is. He's right over the ball now. I thought he was lining up elsewhere for a moment. Maddox is not in quick kick formation. This is a straight-on punt. He's standing at midfield. Maddox, low kick, keeps it away from the return man. He might get what he wants out of this, and he will. That ball is literally going to die like a lame duck in hunting season at the 4-yard line.
It wasn't pretty, but the end result was great.
96 yards away from the goal line. I'll take that any day of the week. I don't care who you're playing.
Mm-hmm.
When you have to punt the football, that's about as good a scenario as you can get. There's not much better. In fact, there's only 3 yards better than that.
That's exactly right.
1st down and 10 at the 4-yard line. Maddox Doss with a great punt to back Lauderdale County's offense up.
Jeremy, I think you're going to get to see your fullback run again here.
Yeah, pinned this close to the goal line. They just want to get it off the goal line, I'm sure.
It's not Watkins, but the man who has it is wrangled up in the backfield. I thought I was going to call Watkins. Instead, it's Sharpley again. He'll lose a yard. They'll say forward progress was stopped at the 3, so a yard lost to bring up the 2nd down and 11.
Yeah, they should have gave it to the fullback. That's all I want to say after that. They've been trying to get the ball to Sharpley, and he's an athlete, right? They tried to pass it to him unsuccessfully, so they got him in the backfield.
Sharpley and Watkins were two of the guys that off mic Coach Benefield pointed out and said, those skill guys, if we're not careful, they can eat us alive.
Yes, and you can see that.
So far, Fyffe has done a good job at least hemming them up in the run game. Here is a give. The fullback was lined up at a tailback position. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage to bring up 3rd down and 11 again.
That not a fullback type run there, trying to run to the outside.
They're paying for every inch of land they're gaining right now or losing right now. But I mean, there's some licks being passed out there.
I think they give him a yard back to the original line of scrimmage. They do.
Yeah, that was generous.
3rd down and 10 now, back up to the 4. Ethan Hill on the tackle for the Red Devils as Fyffe has begun substituting defensively. 3rd down and 10 at their own 4-yard line. Off the Rainsville Glass LLC in-game scoreboard, Gunnersville is up 20-7 over Priceville. 3rd down and 10. Throw, catch, 10-yard curl, and it's a 1st down as Connor Hutcherson is able to rein in the man who caught the pass, who appears to be going directly to the sideline. He'll get the call of this next play. No, he'll take a breather. That's that number 6 we don't have listed. But nevertheless, it's a 1st down for Lauderdale County. And, Greg, as you mentioned, it wasn't by the fullback run. They got themselves off the goal line, though.
Yeah, they got them off passing the ball down there. But, again, Fyffe's defense playing a little bit different right now. Keep them in front of you. Kind of let them have that pass because don't let them score quickly.
I think the big thing here is run the clock.
Yeah.
Fyffe defense is more than content to let them run and run clock run. Man, slow to get up. That's Curtis, the quarterback. I couldn't tell if that was an intended run from Curtis or if he fumbled the football and just fell on it. Bryce, you had a better look at it than I do. What happened right there?
I'll be honest, I'm talking to Doc Sims about some stuff over here.
Look, now's not the time to get your prescription filled, Bryce.
Rookies.
Come on.
I need a prescription filled right now.
Curtis drops back to throw. He's got pressure. He gets a pass complete. What a catch. An acrobatic play from Sharpley to bring up a 1st down.
And that's what you mentioned earlier, what Coach Benefield was talking about.
Wow.
They ran that play several times in this game, trying to get the ball to Sharpley, quarterback off target. That was a good throw.
First down and 10 at the 37. Curtis rolls out to his left, fires, ball, hop, skips, and jumps to the intended target. It was a low ball throw to number 6, who's back in the ball game, second down and 10. You know, on that previous play, though, Greg, I don't know which one was more impressive, the catch itself and the way that Sharpley made it acrobatically, or the presence to stay in the pocket when he had 3 men bearing down on him.
Yeah, he showed some real poise right then and was able to deliver that ball on the mark. And like you said, both of them were great plays.
Second down and 10 from the 37-yard line. 3:40 left to go in this ball game. Boy, this fourth quarter's flying. Play action. Curtis looks to throw. Pump fakes. Rolls right. Fires down the field. Caught around midfield and inside the 45 to the 43-yard line goes the receiver. He is slow to get up as Connor Hutcherson wrestled him down to the ground. That's that fullback, Darricott, that we keep talking about. No, excuse me, it's not Darricott. It's Caden Naylor. Naylor, we've called his name a bit tonight. He is a little slow to get up and a little slow getting back to the huddle. And now look at this. Lauderdale County's going up tempo. First down and 10 at the 43-yard line. They're going same play. Curtis rolls right. He's got a man open, throws behind him, but it is caught nevertheless. That's Naylor again, and he's right at the line to gain. First down pickup.
Yeah, Ritter throwing a couple of bullets these last 2 plays.
Yes. That's what I was just about to say. He's throwing some heaters at him every time.
looks like Doug Williams out there trying to impale somebody.
Oh, my goodness.
You might have to explain who that is to most of our audience.
Yeah.
We'll do a playoff preview for Fyffe Focus this week, and you can do some explanations.
Gotcha.
First down and 10 at the 31, maybe the 32.
Yeah.
Man wide open on the slant across the middle of the field. That's at number 6. He is staying up, and he'll have Lauderdale County with a first and goal at the 10-yard line.
Yeah. Let Ritter cook. He's cooking right now.
Do I dare say that Coach Benefield pulls an Alabama LSU situation last year when LSU started finally driving and Coach put in the starters and sent an all-out blitz?
I don't think you're going to see the starters back in the game, but you never know.
Well, Coach is not happy with them putting together a drive.
Ritter's going to look to throw. He's got a man in his face. He's going to bring him down. It's a sack for Parker Kennard, the senior, making his presence felt.
Stephen Gilbert in there with the little assist, the one-hander.
The clever lane.
Bryce, get in there and pat your potential future brother-in-law on the head.
I mean, I guess my sister might have something to actually cheer for tonight.
That reminded me of the Road Warriors Doomsday device, for those of you that remember that.
Second and goal from the 17. They go a little trickeration here, going for the pylon. He got it. Touchdown, Lauderdale County. The shutout is avoided.
Sharply.
That was Sharply on it, and with 1:34. Like I said, Lauderdale County avoids a shutout with 1:34 left in this game.
And there's that double hand off the inside, kind of a little double reverse type action, and just kind of, he got that outside seam, boy, and he turned on the burners.
Extra point attempt will be kicked by Ty Thompson. Snap is good, hold is good, kick is up, and the kick is good.
Chase was probably about 6 inches from blocking that right there.
34-7 is our new score late in this one. We'll be back in a moment. You're listening to the final stages of the first round of the HSAA High School Football Playoffs right here on Fun Radio.
From one season to the other, your garage door takes a beating. Hot, cold, wind, rain, plus it's continuously in use. Time for a new garage door or a fix on an old reliable? CCM Garage Doors sells and maintains all makes and models of garage doors. 24-hour on-call service. 3 years parts and labor warranty along with free estimates. CCM Garage Doors is Better Business Bureau accredited. Don't fight the ups and downs of an aging garage door. Call Chris at 256-572-9170. CCM Garage Doors. Online at ccmgaragedoors.com.
Elevate your brand with top-notch labels from Alliant Label LLC. A full-service label manufacturer, we offer everything from blank shipping labels to customized solutions. Whether you're a small farmer or a large corporation, we cater to your needs with precision and care. Family-owned and operated with 30 years of industry expertise, Alliant Label excels in delivering large-scale orders promptly and efficiently. Our commitment to quality and customer service means your brand receives the attention it deserves every time. Visit AlliantLabel.com or call 888-673-0707. Alliant Label, making your ideas stick.
This is the new home of the Fyffe Red Devils in North Alabama. Fun 92.7 HD2.
Having a little bit of fun here in the final stages.
Sorry. Oh, boy.
Coaches are telling him just dive on the ball and hold it.
Oh.
What a high kick. Goodness gracious, the kick from the 40. It's reined in at the 35 on the other side. That's a 10, 20, 25-yard kick.
Good fair catch.
I was going to say, if it was going to rain tonight, that ball would have brought it down with it right there.
I was thinking we might have Air Force Patrol coming over unidentified.
Lexington is up 45-15 on top of North Sand Mountain at the moment. Piedmont leads Phil Campbell 59-19.
What? Oh, no.
What did I just – I was trying to call out scores.
No ball. So the ball boy, they're hollering for ball, and he busted his butt twice
failed.
trying to get
a ball out there.
And look, now he's faking a hammy.
He's pulled his hamstring.
Oh, way to top it off. Kudos. I don't know who our young man is, but he gave his all. He gave his all. He gave his all to get the ball out there.
Painful.
Ian Patterson will carry the football for the first time tonight. A 4-yard gain up to the 39-yard line. You know, that's what it says, though, on the field house over there. There's a sign that says this building is not dedicated to the most talented or the strongest, but to the one who gave his heart and all for Fyffe High School.
So I don't know. I would just like to see film on Sunday when Coach watches it.
Yeah,
if he points that out.
Well, I told you all about our two managers getting a fist fight on the sideline. That one was almost as good.
I was
all
right,
I heard
was
was
there, too. It was even better.
All I heard was ball.
Second down and 6 after the 4-yard gain. 54 seconds left to go. Patterson to carry again. Patterson gets back to the line of scrimmage and nothing more. Third down upcoming. Fyffe, I believe, will have to, they're going to have to run one more play. And it's third down, so I would just go ahead and run this football. I mean, you could kneel it. Take it to fourth down and not worry about it.
Guys, we can't be losing focus like this at the end of a game. The ball boy's not even functioning properly.
They were just emptying water out.
Look, all I know is this. My very first game was Fyffe Geraldine, 14-10 final in that game. Fyffe came back in the fourth quarter to win it. And Coach Benefield pointed me out in film study on that next Sunday because I found myself going nuts on the sideline.
No one is
he
safe.
Made fun of me.
No one is safe.
I was a sideline reporter. I was Bryce. On the carry, Little Dobbins this time up to the 42, maybe the 43-yard line, but that will do it. Fyffe is going to advance to the second round of the playoffs, and it appears to be a road trip to Piedmont. And the buzzer sounds. That is final. 34-7. Red Devils win it. A monstrous third quarter broke this game open, and Fyffe cruised to the 34-7 victory here in the first round of the HSAA football playoffs and gets their 8th win of the season. We will take a break. When we return, it'll be the NACC post-game wrap-up right here on the Fun Radio Sports Network.
Turn your backyard into an unforgettable playground with an inflatable rental from Air Kids Inflatable Rentals. Choose from a variety of bounce houses, cow trains, water slides, obstacle courses, and combinations that will ensure your kids have tons of fun. Make it a tasty event with a cotton candy, snow cone, or popcorn machine. Air Kids will even deliver it to your home for a nominal fee. Affordable rentals and 20% discount for churches and schools. Call 256-996-1995 and follow Air Kids Inflatable Rentals on Facebook. Air Kids Inflatable Rentals, making your event memorable.
Need a car but short on a down payment? Ace Auto Sales offers a layaway program so you can pay a little and still drive off in style. Every car now comes with a warranty. Got credit issues? No problem. We'll help you get approved no matter your history. Conveniently located on Highway 75 in Fyffe, we're family owned and operated with hometown values you can trust. Get started today by browsing our inventory at aceautosalesonline.com. That's aceautosalesonline.com. Your keys to a quality car are waiting.
Whether personal or business, taxes or record keeping, you could always use help. Think ABC. That's right, ABC, Accounting Bookkeeping Consultants. With more than 25 years experience in helping people, owner Melody Coker and Accounting Bookkeeping Consultants can provide you with professional tax preparation and financial accounting. With tax season fast approaching, ABC can help you be prepared for upcoming tax readiness and will be there for you when it's time to do your tax returns. So think ABC, Accounting Bookkeeping Consultants in Fyffe and Rainsville. Call 256 638-3335.
50 words to describe 50 taters. Delicious, tasty, mouth-watering food heaven. Well, there are many more words, but to experience comfort food in a casual dining atmosphere, stop in at 50 taters. From loaded taters that are legendary in North Alabama to sizzling steaks, tantalizing barbecue plates, burgers, and simply irresistible salads, the choices are endless. Fill up before the big game at 50 Taters in Rainsville at 770 East Main Street. Open Wednesday through Saturday 11 to 8 and Sundays 11 till 2:30. 50 Taters. It's taterific.
Where some saw a pickle, we saw a masterpiece. A Sonic Smasher with Grillo's Pickles and Dilly Ranch, tangy pickle tots, and a Pickle Rita slush with pickle-flavored bubbles. It's called the Big Dill Meal, and it's a work of art.
Visit Sonic Drive-In in Rainsville at 208 Main Street East. Looking for a career that pays? Northeast Alabama Community College has the training you need with their brand new Workforce Development Skills Training Center and 15 career tech programs, including welding, industrial electronics, and machine tool technology. You'll get the hands-on skills to land a great job fast. Day, night, and online classes fit your schedule, and certificate programs help you start earning sooner. Learn more and begin your future at nacc.edu.
Now it's time for the NACC post-game wrap-up on Fun Radio. Fun 92.7 HD2. Presented by Northeast Alabama Community College. Begin your future at Northeast Alabama Community College.
The Fyffe Red Devils victorious here in the first round of the AHSAA High School Football 3A playoffs as they defeat Lauderdale County by a score of 34-7. It was a bit of a low-scoring affair in the first half before Fyffe broke it open in the third. Welcome to the NACC post-game wrap-up presented by Northeast Alabama Community College. Begin your future at Northeast Alabama Community College. I'm Adam Ward alongside Greg Mears, Jeremy Johnson, both to my right. Also down on the field, Bryce Tuthero, our Ace Auto Sales sideline reporter. He will chat with Coach Paul Benefield coming up in just a moment, as Coach Benefield is having a conversation right now with Coach Jeff Mason of Lauderdale County. Let's go ahead and get some quick ideas here on this game itself. Lauderdale County, very much a very good football team, JJ. I think that was evident tonight.
Yeah, and that was what I was about to say. I think we realized that Lauderdale County, tough region that they played. They played some really good football teams this year, and that showed. Back what we mentioned a couple of times, when you get in playoffs, the margin for error, it's not there. It's really slim.
Yeah.
A couple of things here or there could have made a difference, right?
Yeah. Let's go down to Bryce Tuthero, who is standing by with the head football coach of the Fyffe Red Devils, Coach Paul Benefield. Bryce?
All right, well, Coach, that was a tough physical first round. What's your you experience or notice anything different about your team that you'd like to point out?
Well, just glad they come together, and we had an off week, and I'm proud of our guys for a good week of practice and advancing, man. Anytime you advance in playoffs, it's a good day. So we're just tickled to death to be moving on.
And speaking of advancing, going to Piedmont next week, what's your early take on that?
Does that make your ankle hurt?
Yes, sir. Sometimes still does.
Makes my head hurt. So we'll just go over and do the best we can. That's all we can do.
All righty. Well, you have a good night, Coach.
That is the best answer.
Oh, that's great.
I think of the season, other than the cotton candy in the ears last year.
Yeah.
That Drew got when the fair came to town.
He'll come up with one every once in a while. Won't he?
Somebody's got the Luden cough drops. Do you guys smell that?
That's you. It's the old guy in here. It's the old guy.
That's some Vicks Vapor Rub on my chest.
Bryce's conversation there with Coach Benefield is our post-game coaches chat presented by Southern Ceramic Solutions. Protect and elevate your vehicle with our friends at Southern Ceramic Solutions. Let's continue sort of breaking this one down. And Greg, it's easy to say it was the third quarter that broke that game open, but I really kind of feel like you got to go backwards just a bit to that last 4 minutes or so of the first half, that last 4, maybe 5 minutes there, where Fyffe got the ball with what Bryce say, a 6-minute drive there. So it's really over 6 minutes. They got the ball and just methodically moved it down the field and punched it in.
Yeah, that was Fyffe being Fyffe at that point in time, and we've seen it, game in, game out, year over year, where they just do that right before halftime, and they just kind of take your soul, and they rip it from you right there before the half, and you come out in that second half or that third quarter, and they just go to town.
I love I love the way you put that. They just take your soul. What was the word? Rip your soul?
They just rip your soul out.
Rip your soul out. That's hard. Well, Bryce, the other side of this equation is that third quarter. We can't pretend like it didn't happen. Yeah, the game broke open in the third, especially courtesy of only 2 touches from Ryder Gibson, both going for 2 touchdowns and 120-plus yards on just 2 carries. But you look at what Fyffe was able to do, not only offensively. I was just as impressed, I think, establishing their will defensively in that third quarter.
I mean, just like the rest of the season after Maplesville, they just, I don't know, take some special serum or something, I guess, at halftime and come out and perform better than they did that first half. And just, it's like they got extra drive and power to just, like, finish the game out and say, we're here to win. Let's do our job.
All right, we're going to take a break. When we come back, we'll get into the final stats on the night, as well as give you a look at our Rainsville Glass in-game scoreboard. Again, last report, Piedmont was all over Phil Campbell. I still have 59-19. I think that score probably needs to be updated here. We will check on that and make sure of that score. But again, it is going to be a road date to Piedmont next week. Nonetheless, that score I expect will hold. But we will check that during the commercial break. When we come back, we'll also get our stats and give you a preview of what's to come. You're listening to the NACC postgame wrap-up presented by Northeast Alabama Community College.
Looking for a career that pays? Northeast Alabama Community College has the training you need with their brand new Workforce Development Skills Training Center and 15 career tech programs, including welding, industrial electronics, and machine tool technology. You'll get the hands-on skills to land a great job fast. Day, night, and online classes fit your schedule, and certificate programs help you start earning sooner. Learn more and begin your future at nacc.edu.
It takes personal commitment to build a winning football team like the Fyffe Red Devils. The same personal commitment you'll experience with W.T. Wilson Funeral Chapel in Rainsville. A personal commitment to provide you with the care you expect and deserve. A personal commitment to provide affordable funeral services. More than just words, it's a personal commitment from W.T. Wilson Funeral Chapel, Highway 75, Rainsville. Congratulations, Red Devils. Your personal commitment has made us proud.
For 3 generations, Watkins Heating and Cooling has been your trusted name in HVAC service. Proudly serving Jackson and DeKalb counties since 1987, we offer extensive residential and commercial heating and cooling solutions. Our team at Watkins Heating and Cooling is dedicated to your comfort and satisfaction. We're open Monday through Friday from 7:30 a.m. to 4 p.m. Call us today at 256-657-2371 or visit WatkinsHeatingandCoolingLLC.com. Watkins Heating and Cooling LLC, where quality service runs in the family. Alabama license number 21097.
In DeKalb County, your voice matters. Stay connected with Voice of DeKalb, where we celebrate your stories and keep you connected to the community. From local news to high school sports and events, Voice of DeKalb reports only the good news because that's what we need in today's time. Have breaking or exciting news, or maybe a feel-good story to share with your hometown? Tell us about it at voiceofdecab.com or email Marla at voiceofdecab.com. Call us at 256-605-4427. Your voice, your stories, your DeKalb.
When you're ready to protect and elevate your vehicle's appearance, look no further than Southern Ceramic Solutions. As the only certified System X ceramic installer in Northeast Alabama, we offer industry-leading ceramic coatings for unbeatable protection and a stunning finish. Our services include complete interior and exterior detailing, paint enhancement and correction, headlight restorations, and more. Whether you need a one-time service or our monthly maintenance program, our licensed and insured family-owned business is here for you at 1595 Main Street in Fyffe. Call 256-440-1520 for a quote today or visit SouthernCeramicSolutions.com.
It's football time in Alabama. The players are hitting the field, the cheerleaders are firing up the crowd, the drum majors striking up the band, and we all stand for the national anthem. This is Congressman Robert Adderholt. While you cheer your favorite team this season, I'll be on President Trump's team shaking things up in Washington. When we stand on conservative principles, it's a win for everyone. I'm Robert Adderholt, and I approve this message.
Paid for by Adderholt for Congress.
Now back to the NACC post-game wrap-up on Fun Radio. Fun 92.7 HD2. Presented by Northeast Alabama Community College. Begin your future at Northeast Alabama Community College.
Welcome back to the NACC post-game wrap-up here on Fun Radio. The final tonight, 34-7. Red Devils advance to the second round. with a date on the road to Piedmont next week. We will have coverage for you on the network beginning at 6 p.m. Kickoff will be at 7. We're probably going to have that whole press box to ourselves again, gentlemen, and this time I will not forget a certain tablet, and we will not be trying anything special and new. All right,
here we go.
I'm letting it be known. And JJ,
yeah,
I love you, brother.
Yeah, yeah. Oh yeah, it's all good. It
took him a second. Bryce, you can smile. You ain't got no clue.
I have no clue. I'm just sitting here laughing.
Yeah,
you're just here along for the
ride. Greg was in. He was like caught off guard.
He had to be the hold up, guys. Hold up. No, I'm totally kidding.
No, we had a good time.
No, there was a massive fight on the field that went to overtime. And there was a massive fight in the parking lot, beginning with me realizing I forgot a couple of pieces of equipment, and so I had to scramble to figure things out, and Adam stayed frustrated all night on that front.
Yeah.
Nevertheless, we're hoping that the frustration stays locked here next week and keeps here at Fyffe while we hit the road and leave it behind for a road date with Piedmont next week. We found out that game has gone final 59-19, Piedmont running away from Phil Campbell. We don't know this for a fact, but, Greg, we suspect that Piedmont didn't play pretty much anybody the second half of note because Phil Campbell scored, 13 points there in the fourth quarter. They scored 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, I imagine they saw a lot of young Piedmont players over there at that point in time. Again, no sense getting somebody hurt when you've already scored 59 on somebody. So
let's break this one down for a minute, though, as we kind of continue. Bryce, you didn't get really the opportunity to do this. You were down there on the field. Lauderdale County, I'm going to stand by what I said at the start of this broadcast. 14-0 at halftime is sort of more like the tale of this game. Yeah, I know Fyffe broke it open in the third, 20 unanswered points there just in that second half alone to set this game where it ended up being. But this game was a 7-0 ball game for the longest time. Outside of a 2-play drive to start for Fyffe, Lauderdale County held their own. That is a better football team than a 3 seed, I think. I think, once Mars Hill's going to move up. I don't know. They'll either be 4A, possibly 5A, depends on how far they get this year. They could be 5A, by the way, the point system works on that competitive balance thing. But they're going to get out of this region no matter what happens because they won the state championship last year. So they're going to move up. That'll help this region as far as not being so deadgum top-heavy that Colbert County may stay. But that is a ball team right there across the way in Lauderdale County that could very well easily have been a 2 seed this year, could be next year as well. That's a darn good football team Fyffe just beat.
Yeah, I got to give Lauderdale County some credit there where, they were hitting hard. Both teams out there hitting hard every play. And Lauderdale, getting them good passes, good runs, diverse team, not just one. And they're just a good team. They got out there. They were physical, tough. They didn't just quit. They actually still tried even at the end there a little bit, and I just got to give them credit. They're a good team.
Greg, what impressed you the most tonight, though, from the Red Devils?
Well, I think the defense, honestly, because they kind of played a little bit of a bend, don't break. They were very physical. Lauderdale County was very physical, but once they got their feet underneath them, Fyffe held them out. They scored on, the second, third string there. So I think, honestly, Fyffe's ability to hold them in check for the most part.
I got to ask, and JJ, I would love to go to you with this one. Unfortunately, you weren't with us 2 weeks ago at Geraldine, so it would belittle a point here just a hair to ask you this question. So I'll go to Bryce and Greg with it. 2 weeks ago, the effort really wasn't there from Fyffe. We saw the wind kind of get knocked out of their sails a little early in that game. It would have been easy to do that tonight when Lauderdale County finally starts swinging a few haymakers of their own and starts marching the ball down the field. It would have been easy to kind of see the Red Devils sort of kind of hang their heads and be like, here we go again. Somebody else is punching us back. I felt like this time they took the punch and said, okay, here we go. Now it's our turn to punch you again. I felt like they withstood that a little bit. Do you guys concur with that?
Yes, I absolutely agree. They just kept – they'd get hit hard and then hit them back harder. And they just kept doing that the whole game and no quit. Even whenever – Lauderdale kept drove, 70 yards that one time or something like that, 60, 70, and just kept playing. They didn't care. They were just like, okay, another down. Let's stop them.
Greg?
Oh, yeah, definitely. A different-looking team out there. that whole game, and again, I'm not taking anything away from Geraldine. They lined up and they beat Fyffe, and they beat Fyffe at their own game. But something just didn't feel right. Just something was off kilter. No idea what it was. People banged up maybe, just not enough attention to some details from people. But definitely a different kind of performance tonight.
JJ, you've got our final stats on the evening, and they took a massive explosion in the third quarter, to say the least.
Yeah, it changed a little bit. we'll start with Maddox. Of course, he ended the game the same as he ended the half. He was 3 of 5 passing, and for 41 yards and a touchdown. Big third down conversion, I believe. Wasn't that a third down?
Yes, it was.
15 yards.
Yeah.
That was big. Big improv play on that snap and to Hayden Parker there, and that was big. I think that may have saved that drive, but he finishes with 41 yards and then that touchdown pass to Ryder Smith as well. Ryder Gibson, and you know, we come to expect this out of Ryder. 100 yards in the first half, 167 in the second half, which was mainly the third quarter. 2 carries were 60 plus. He also he had 3 touchdowns, so he ended the game 267 yards rushing unofficially and 3 touchdowns, and also caught a 17-yard pass, one of the pass plays from Maddox. Hayden Parker ended the game 58 yards rushing and 15 yards, 1 catch for 15 yards. Hayden saved our skin on that fumble, expecting a punt, expecting just to do what we can and punt. 49 yards on 1 run on the old fumble-rooski. I don't know what we call it. What we call that?
That's what we
call it. Fumble-rooski. That's what I always refer to it as. Thing of beauty, in my opinion. And then you have Brody Freeman with 26 yards, kind of cleaning up. Ryder Smith had 3 yards, but he also had that 9-yard touchdown catch. And Ian Patterson kind of rounds it out with a couple of carries, 4 yards.
A big night for the Fyffe Red Devils. As I mentioned, though, their prize, a road trip to Piedmont next week. We'll take one final timeout. When we come back, we'll give you the final look at the Rainsville Glass LLC in-game scoreboard as kind of give you a quick synopsis of what to expect next week. You're listening to the Northeast Alabama Community College postgame wrap-up here on the Fun Radio Sports Network.
Looking for a career that pays? Northeast Alabama Community College has the training you need with their brand new Workforce Development Skills Training Center and 15 career tech programs, including welding, industrial electronics, and machine tool technology. You'll get the hands-on skills to land a great job fast. Day, night, and online classes fit your schedule, and certificate programs help you start earning sooner. Learn more and begin your future at nacc.edu.
A cracked windshield isn't just a distraction, it's a hazard. That's why Rainsville Glass, LLC, owned by Josh and Randa Brandon, is here to give you peace of mind. Rainsville Glass handles more than just auto glass. They also offer residential, business, and commercial glass services. From repairing power windows to replacing a cracked window at home to upgrading storefront glass, they do it all with quality you can trust. Call today for a quote at 256-638-7888 or stop by 3204 Main Street East. Rainsville Glass, LLC. Clear solutions for your car, home, or business.
Petals Flower Shop is proud to support Big Red and is owned and operated by Jennifer Ashley. Jennifer takes the time to understand her clients' needs, making every interaction personal and thoughtful. Petals Flower Shop offers a wide selection of beautiful, fresh, and soaked flowers. Daily deliveries available for funerals, weddings, or any special occasion. Call 256-623-2763. Like Petals Flower Shop on Facebook or stop by their new location at 2236 Main Street, Shiloh in Rainsville, right beside W.T. Wilson Funeral Home. Petals Flower Shop, thoughtfully arranged, beautifully delivered.
You'll like banking at People's Independent Bank and PIB Mortgage. Here, you'll receive a high level of personal service, a full array of accounts and services, a variety of mortgage loans, local loan decisions, and you will see active corporate citizenship throughout our footprint. Step up to true community banking at People's Independent Bank, PIBonline.com. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender, NMLS number 466340. Go Red Devils!
Feel better with just one visit to Pennies from Heaven Spa and get started today on your wellness journey with us. We offer top-of-the-line products, over 50 years of training and expertise. Look your best, feel your best, be your best. With our signature relaxation treatments to our therapeutic services or our Medi-Spa treatments, we have something for everyone. Call us today at 256-638-9772 or 638-9-SPA to start your wellness journey today.
The right logo makes you memorable, the right website makes you credible, and the right marketing makes you profitable. Let Navexa Marketing and Design help bring your vision to life. From stunning website design and eye-catching logos to powerful social media marketing and custom graphic design, we help your business stand out. Call us at 256-440-1145 or follow us on Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok. And visit us online at navexamarketing.com. Navexa Marketing and Design, driven by data, defined by design.
Now back to the NACC post-game wrap-up on Fun Radio. Fun 92.7 HD2. Presented by Northeast Alabama Community College. Begin your future at Northeast Alabama Community College.
Welcome back to the NACC post-game wrap-up as I have the capability to flip a switch and be unprofessional for a moment and scream at my father and my brother, then the next second bring it back to the radio side. Welcome back to the NACC post-game wrap-up as we begin the wrap-up process of this game tonight. I want to give you the final scores that we do have from the Rainsville Glass LLC in-game scoreboard. We understand it has gone final in a very low-scoring affair and somewhat unexpected. Fairview does defeat Arab, but only by a score of 14-7. Arab hung around this ball game all night long, nearly pulled one of the top upsets in the state. They were just that close. Fort Payne toppling Athens right now by 8, 31-23. Unaware if that game has gone final or not. Athens scored 2 touchdowns in that fourth quarter to draw close. Plainview has defeated Brooks 35-6. Muscle Shoals knocks off May Chemison 38-12. Lexington absolutely obliterates North Sand Mountain 52-15. Sorry for my verbiage there, JJ.
Nah, it's true.
Speaking of obliteration, Piedmont over Phil Campbell, as we've mentioned, 59-19. That's where we're headed next week. Gunnersville and Priceville. Hold the phone. This one appears to be going to overtime.
Oh,
it was 21. Let me make sure. It was 21-7. And Priceville has scored 2 touchdowns to get it back to a 21-all game. That game is going to overtime. Let me phrase this quickly here for you. Let me set the stage. 2-win Priceville last year. Now 7-win Priceville this year, going toe-to-toe with the 2 seed from that Region 8 in Class 5A. Lakeside and Gunnersville at Chorba-Lee Stadium, sort of known as a high school death valley over there, if you will. The mythos that comes out of Chorba-Lee Stadium. And Priceville has got Gunnersville backed up against a wall. It looks like it's going to overtime in that one. West Morgan absolutely taking Randolph behind the woodshed, 56-14. Geraldine toppling Rogers, 52-10. Scottsboro all over West Point late in the ballgame, 45-14. And Mars Hill, dare I say it, Whitesburg Christian, great season, getting into the playoffs for the first time ever. They get absolutely annihilated, 63-14. But Jerry Adcock, the Whitesburg Christian Warriors, only their 6th year of football, and here they are. There are other teams just 20 miles down the road that have been playing football for 10 and 20 years that wish they could sniff the playoffs.
Yeah, that's an accomplishment for Whitesburg.
Indeed it is. Guys, let's talk about next week for a moment. Bryce, I'll start with you. You were there last year on the sideline, not on the field, unfortunately. You were injured. That's why the coach kind of took the easy punk shot at you, if you will. Yeah. But in reference to what Coach said when he asked you, does it make your ankle hurt, that's a reference of it's going to be a hard-hitting game already. That's sort of his way of saying we expect to have to play with our hair on fire. Yeah, he's basically just saying, come ready to play next Friday. Piedmont's a good team. They're not somebody to just overlook at all. They're a good team. We're going to have to come ready to play and play. Like, I'm talking about play. We're going to have to show up, have some physical game for sure, physicality. Greg, it is literally written on the stadium over there, Field of Champions. I mentioned Chorba-Lee for Gunnersville kind of being a Death Valley. Piedmont's Field of Champions, you could call it the same thing over that way.
Oh, yeah. Excuse me. They definitely have a good team, a fantastic facility over there, and not many teams go over there in the playoffs and win. And, JJ, I want to kind of finish up with you here. Piedmont, this is another one of those teams. I think because of the all of a sudden massive surge from Mars Hill these last few years and being really good in what they are, I feel like Piedmont gets a little bit overlooked. That's a good word for it. They're still a very good program. This could very well end up being a team that will compete, a couple more rounds down the road for a potential state title berth. Yeah, and they met Piedmont and Mars Hill met each other last year in the third round or fourth round. Yeah, semifinals. So, it's gonna be. Look, it's gonna be not sugarcoating. It's gonna be a tall task to go to Piedmont and win. I dare say, Fyffe will have to play the best football they've played all year. Yeah.
And hey, a little bit of luck is always in order too. Get a little bit of things break your way. But it's we all, the sign, I saw it. It looks like the same sign on a sheet that I've seen for years down here when playoff time comes around. Says "We believe," and the cheerleaders chant "We believe" in the Red Machine. And I know they'll show up for sure.
I just want to know one thing. Maybe you guys can answer this. Did Raleigh Pinto graduate?
I don't think he did.
Does anybody know?
I don't think he did.
I think he's still there.
I do not know.
I almost want to ask our principal, Jesse Martin, who's up here closing down the fort for us. It's not one of his students, but Raleigh Pinto tore the Red Devils up last year for Piedmont. I don't know if he's still there or not, but it would.
Yeah,
that's what
that's
called his
that's
name.
bad news, Principal Martin. We don't want to hear that.
Don't lie to us.
Wish he would have early enrollee at this point, right? Yeah.
Well, we will be live on Fun 92.7 FM HD1 and HD2 last week after the loss tonight by Arab to Fairview. So that gives Fyffe the main stick next week for the second round of the AHSAA high school football playoffs. And, again, we're going to monitor that game between Guntersville and Priceville as well. Raleigh Pinto, Principal Martin is correct. Raleigh Pinto is a senior this season. Well, he's going to be a force to reckon with. I guarantee you Coach Benefield is already getting the tape out of what he's got on Piedmont. You were going to add something?
Yeah, that potent passing game for Piedmont, and that's something that's have to really be on what'd you say earlier in the game, Greg?
On our toes,
they got to be like a short man at a urinal.
Like a short man at a urinal.
Yeah, there you go. Got to be on your toes for sure, because they can put up points. I just had to. I wanted to hear that again. So
you did a good
job.
Good delivery.
I tried to set you up.
That's going to do it for us tonight at Fyffe High School.
Got Adam Soder over here.
Goodness gracious!
Happy birthday, Adam!
Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
35 and thriving, baby.
Yeah.
All right. The final tonight, 5:34, Lauderdale County 7. We thank you for joining us tonight. Don't forget next week, live at Piedmont, beginning at 6 p.m. with a pregame show. Kickoff will be at 7. For Jeremy Johnson, Greg Mears, Bryce Tuthero, our Ace Auto Sales sideline reporter, for all the employees of the Fun Media Group and who make us get this underway here, make this happen for us. We appreciate them. We appreciate you for listening and tuning in to tonight's action. I'm Adam Ward at Paul Benefield Stadium saying so long, good night, and may God bless you. And, of course, as always, go Big Red.
You have been listening to Fyffe Red Devil Football on Fun 92.7 HD2. Brought to you by
Collins Constructors, the Clarkson Pennington Law Firm, Watkins Heating and Cooling, the W.T. Wilson Funeral Chapel, Voice of DeKalb, the Town of Fyffe, and Mayor Paul Cagle, Southern Ceramic Solutions, First State Bank, Navexa Marketing and Design, 50 Taters, ABC Accounting Services, CCM Garage Doors, Congressman Robert Adderholt, Farmers Telecommunications Cooperative, Sonic Drive-In, The Diet Consultants, Fyffe Pharmacy, Alliant Label, JC Metal Roofing, Liberty Bank, South State Realty, Ace Auto Sales, Air Kids Inflatable Rentals, Applebee's Restaurant in Fort Payne, Froggy Freeze Shaved Ice, Morning Glory Meadows Assisted Living, Northeast Alabama Community College, Pennies from Heaven Spa, Rainsville Auto Glass, North Alabama Trophies Rainsville, People's Independent Bank, and by Petal's Flower Shop.
Fyffe Red Devil Football. Online at fun927.com. On the Red Devil Facebook, Twitter, and YouTube channels. And on air on Fun 92.7 HD2.